Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content.
About both the losers. I don't give a fuck. This is just pussy. So all that shit down. So all that shit down. What are you gonna say?
What are they doing? Spider-Man, go save them. What are they doing? He's celebrating. Go save them.
I guess that's a first for me. Obviously, every season ends in some way, shape, or form. You know, we've had 4 years where it's ended great for us, and the times you leave it all out on the floor and give whatever you have to try to either make the playoffs or keep your season alive or whatever it is, and sit on the sidelines. It's weird.
Come on, Cleveland. It's about to be over with for y'all. Come on.
To be honest with you, I'm not going to sit here and talk like I got so many years of experience. I'm in my 5th year. But something I've learned from my vets and just being in the NBA for enough time is to not take winning for granted, and this is a special time, back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. We're not done. We still got, a ways to go, but it's a special feeling, man.
Great, thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Leave me alone this summer.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to another GOAT James Kingdom show with B. League and A. Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday noon Eastern time to talk the game of basketball. And what a great time to talk the game of basketball, as we are almost set to get the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals teams and those matchups going. Thank you for joining us again here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the GOAT James Kingdom panel. You guys know who I am. I'm A. Johnny the Exposer. I got my boy B. Lee in the building. What up, Brandon? Unmute yourself.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
All right, and obviously, we got our normal guys at the bottom. We got T Perfect, Craig, and John. What's good, fellas? How y'all doing today?
What's good?
All right, and we also got, obviously, our GOAT James Kingdom members in the building. Go ahead, John. Oh, okay. We got our GOAT James Kingdom members in the building. We see you there, John. We see you there. We got Twin Man in the building. Twin Man, the Knicks fans are going crazy. All the Knicks fans. How's New York City? How's Jersey looking over there, Craig? Can you give us a piece of what's going on over there?
I don't know what's going on. I'm not in New York.
Oh, you don't live. Oh, you don't live in New York no more. You just from New York. Okay, yeah, that's what y'all always do. Y'all go somewhere else.
Seems dangerous. I mean, it seems
Yeah,
scary.
it's crazy if you're not a New York Knicks fan. Shout out to Ace 30. Yeah, there was only so many options YouTube give us, man. There was only so many options, and without knowing who's going to win today between OKC and Denver, I didn't get a chance to put the Knicks in OKC. But that's an option. We could talk about that. You're more than welcome to hit the link. Shout out to you, Ace 30. We got Mar in the building, another GOAT James Kingdom member. Peace and blessings. Asante's in the building as well. We got all y'all GOAT James Kingdom members here. Thank you again for supporting what we're doing here. We got some spammers. If y'all can take care of these spammers, please take care of them because they are all over the place. I don't know what Lamont does, but shout out to everybody on FYF. You got a lot of spam going on there on Lamont's channel, but we also going live on IG and Facebook. Shout out to everybody who's following us there. Come to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. You get the link to the show. You get to join us. The panel's available for anybody. We'll drop the link very shortly. But we here to have some fun, man. So, Brandon, it's been a hell of a playoffs, man. What do you think of the playoffs so far? And who you think's gonna win today? Let's start there. Let's start with that. OKC and Denver 3:30. Who you think's gonna win that game?
I'm gonna get an edge to OKC since Gordon may be out. That's gonna change a lot because he's very valuable to that team.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he makes all the big plays at times. At the close games, he does a lot of the dirty work. So it's gonna be hard for them to win without him. But Jokic been playing out of his mind, and Murray, you know how Murray could get. Murray could tap into his Kobe and take over the game itself. So I give the edge to OKC, but anything can happen with Denver. They got two players who could go out there and get you 50.
Game 7. The best two words in NBA history is Game 7. It's gonna be a great game. I can't wait. Let's get your take. Tree Perfect. What do you think about today's matchup? You're a big time Joker guy. Can Joker pull it off? Even though he's not gonna have Gordon tonight, because more than likely Gordon's gonna be out this afternoon.
Is it? I mean, if it's confirmed that Joker that Gordon's out, then I mean, I like OKC here anyway, just because we saw how they responded in Game 2, because that was a must win. I mean, this would be. I don't care what anyone says. This would be one of the biggest upsets ever. Just again, considering what OKC did during the regular season, I get it. Playoffs are a different animal, but considering how great they were historically and how highly they were favored, everything. I mean, I hope the Nuggets win, but I think OKC takes this, and honestly, I think they take it pretty big. I hope I'm wrong, but it just feels like one of those games. It's gonna roll that way.
Oh, it's gonna be a great game. I can't wait
This
to see.
would not be a historic upset, Travis. Come on.
What? I mean, it would in every measurable way. Well, yeah, it would.
How?
I mean,
They're
did you
not
not
as
pay
talented.
attention to all the records the OKC Thunder either set or broke, with
What
SRS, everything
records
else,
that are
net
broken?
rating this year? They were historically
Yeah,
great.
no one would think that OKC is a historical team. They
Okay.
had a good regular season.
Mhm. I mean, they were the best SRS team in the history of the game. They broke the 72 Bucks record. I mean, so that's on you if you don't really want to pay attention to that, but the numbers say that they were. So
Okay.
so fuck you.
So,
I don't know, Travis.
well, let's see what up, Craig, man. It's been a while since we spoke, man. You've been off having enjoying yourself. What do you think of this game today, man? It's a big game for Joker's legacy. People are saying. Do you think they have any chance, or is it just gonna be OKC?
Did they announce who was in? Did they announce the winner of MVP yet? Why are they taking so long?
They're gonna announce it after today.
Okay, it'd be funny if
They're supposed to be. They're gonna announce it between the 19th and the 23rd. I heard, so it's gonna be sometime this week. It's gonna be after today's game.
Anyway, well, Gordon is out. He's not playing, so I will give. Well, it's a 50-50 chance because you never know. They can just have one of them shooting like Indiana did against the Knicks in Game 7 last year. They were just off the chart shooting. But if it goes how it's supposed to go, I see OKC winning.
Yeah, man. Gordon being out really makes it tough for me as well. So we'll see.
You're
We'll
gonna have
see.
to have some historic game for them to come out this. Or OKC just got to be a Boston and take like 10,000 threes and make 2.
That's that's interesting. That's interesting. What about you, John? What do you think about today's game? 3:30, OKC, Denver Nuggets, Game 7.
I got OKC winning, and I'm gonna be consistent with this. Aaron Gordon is a star in his role. Most people don't know how to guard Aaron Gordon because most teams don't use a player like Aaron Gordon the way he's being used, and they don't defend. They're not used to defending a player like Aaron Gordon. So that makes him so important to their team. So with him out, who replaces him? Are you going to be a star in your role like he was? I know MPJ got an arm issue, a shoulder issue. So he's going to show up in this game. He's been so inconsistent in the play. He's not even been consistent. He's been consistent. He's been consistently bad in this playoffs. So I think okay. I think it's that easy. I mean, I think it's OKC game. I think it's OKC game, and I think it would be it'd be terrible for OKC if they lose this game.
It would be.
Oh man, it would be crazy if they lose this game because again, for one, they did win 68 games this year, if I'm correct. That is like top 5 in all time NBA history. They're on their home floor. They got the league MVP. I see Brandon Katz talking about the league messed up, not giving it to him. I'm thinking he's going to win it. I don't see how he doesn't win it.
I think he meant not giving it to him before the series or waiting this long.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, again, he wins today. He'll get it game 1, right? He'll get it game 1 of the Western Conference.
Otherwise, the Militum in Cancun.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, I'm with Craig on this one. It would have to take OKC not performing well at all across the board, and then for Denver to come out like Brandon said, to have a Jamal Murray just show up. You know what I'm saying? And obviously Joker does what Joker does, and all those role players like Christian Braun or maybe a Julian Strothers could step up again, right?
Huge again.
Yeah, something like that. But that again, we know that those are like rare odds. So you know, is there a possibility OKC can lose to them?
We've seen them do it before. We've seen them do it.
Julian Swathers? Yeah, not this team though. We didn't see this Denver team do it. We seen an older Denver team.
We don't have to see the team, but we can see the players. We know Jokic and Murray can
go
off.
What if Westbrook goes off in OKC in the game 7? Oh wow.
We know that the Denver bench is gonna have to be huge this game. I mean, they're gonna have to replicate what they did in game 6, right? Like you have to have guys like Strother and Brown step up. Westbrook has to breathe the energy, has to cut down on the turnovers. They had to play a flawless game. Obviously, they want to see like Jalen Williams not shoot well again. You know, you can't have guys like Lou Dort going off. You know, contain whatever. But they have to have a complete team effort. Obviously, just like they did in Game 6, and they have to just come with the same intensity. It's gonna be tough because, like I said, OKC's gonna be rocking. I still think OKC wins, but I really hope Denver does and shocks them all. That would be fantastic.
It's crazy because both of them have to win. Like neither of them can take a hit on losing. For
Denver's playing with house money though too.
Second round exit in a game 7.
You think so? In. You think this will hurt Joker's legacy?
No.
I think both teams try to make changes if they lose this game. I think.
What if Joker does like a
second straight game 7 loss for Jokic in the second round, back-to-back years?
What if Joker does like a 20-20-10 type of scenario? Still,
how efficient is
he? And they still lose.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter. A loss is a loss in the playoffs.
But then again, y'all can celebrate.
They won't remember how well he played. They
celebrate. Hey, can no New Yorker talk about celebrating with the way y'all acting right now, or just making the Eastern Conference Finals? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Nobody say about
that. Knicks won a title.
Early, these are Gen Zs. I was there when I remember them when they celebrated them making the finals in '94, finally beating the Bulls, beating the Pacers in the conference finals. I remember that time in '99 when LJ with the 4-point play.
Oh my
No.
God.
I was
That
14
is-
years. I was 14 years old when the Knicks last went to the NBA Finals.
That's a terrible take by Brandon Katz. I mean, so you're going to have no Aaron Gordon, arguably your second or third
That's
best
when the
player.
finals in '99.
Yeah, you're going to have
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. They did go back in that.
you were about 20 then.
Porter Jr.'s hurt.
was nice.
You're going to and has been playing like garbage the entire season. Like you're going to have maybe your most depleted team ever going up against a historically great team by the numbers. And if he loses,
Oh, that sounds like the
It's gonna-
Chicago Bulls in '86.
he's going to take a hit. How is his legacy going to take a hit when
That
he's
sounds
the
like
heavy
Chicago
underdog?
Bulls in '86.
That's what I'm saying. This is Joker's worst team since like what 2019.
And that's before he won an
Yeah.
MVP.
Yeah, since 2019.
It definitely is a historically great team,
What
no
is it,
matter
3
what you
MVPs
say.
in 4 years, a final MVP. Oh, that's a lot of shit to be.
Okay,
Even in the
so
second
won
round.
68 games, right?
Yeah.
68. No
Yeah,
other team has done that. The only teams to win more was the Lakers, the Bulls, and the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Boston
Yeah.
never won 69 games. I could be off.
So
No,
if
it's the
Jokic,
Lakers, the Bulls twice, and it's Golden State, Lakers, Golden State, Bulls twice. It's the second one, Bulls tied with the Lakers. They both went 69 and 13. So that's
Mhm.
the top 4 right there. The Bulls
Mhm.
twice, Lakers, and Golden State.
Yep. And then there's some teams that won 67 games. The
Yeah,
Warriors,
like the 2015 Warriors.
yeah, the Warriors won 67 games. The Spurs won 67 games. Even the Rockets won 67 games, I believe. Or was it 60? Something like that. But yes, it was 67. But yeah, 68 was really a good win.
It's an
I mean,
historic
Jokic has enough around him to win a title this year.
1968, Boston didn't win 68 games.
We said the 73 Celtics.
You know, I mean, yeah, 72. They didn't win 68 games. Did they win 70 for real? Let me go double. Oh, you know what? I think. Well, no.
Did they
Did
win
they?
like 69 games? Or no?
No,
remember
maybe-
I said didn't the Boston team win
No,
69
that's the
games?
72 games that won 30, 2 in a row or something?
Well, yeah,
Oh, that
he said 73. He said 73.
No,
He said the 73 Celtics.
that was the Lakers. That was
Oh
the
my
Lakers.
God.
Oh, he's
He
right.
just
No, yeah,
Kobe
he's
stamped
right.
out the
He
shot,
is
dude.
right. He is right. Shout out to you. Shout out to you there, Blue Boy. Yeah, they did win 68 games. I missed the mark on that. That's because they didn't win a championship as well. Oh, they're one of those teams that won 65 games plus that never
Yes.
won the champion.
Yeah, because I thought Boston
Okay,
team
good
won.
job. Good job, Blue Boat. Yeah, good job. Yeah, my bad.
I said
I apologize.
69. I said 69. I thought it was 69, so it was 68.
68, yeah. So it would be an upset if OKC lost. That would be, especially with this guy not having Gordon, which is really their second best player sometimes. Like
Gordon's been huge this playoffs. He's arguably been like their second best player. Like it's
Murray, Murray's obviously the man too as well. I'm not going to take away from Murray, but if Westbrook show up, that would be crazy to show up in OKC and then
Murray has to have a
send-
huge game. So does Westbrook. Yeah, I mean, because Westbrook's going to get the lion's share of the minutes, right? Like off the bench. So, I mean, Jokic does have to have an incredible game, but he has to be like One thing Brandon Katz is right a bit is that Jokic hasn't really been his most efficient self, especially in the middle part of the series. He was great in Game 5, but he has to be. I mean, even if he's not taking the most shots, like he has to be wildly efficient this game for them to have a chance. Like he just does. So
we don't know how OKC is going to play. He don't have to be crazy efficient for him to win a game.
Well, I tell you
I
one
mean,
thing.
what you expected OKC to come out and shoot 70%? Like it's possible that they may not play well. Like it's
Good.
possible. They just have to be better than OKC. They don't have to play this historical game to beat OKC. I know they're the higher seed, but nobody would be shocked if OKC loses this series. Who would be shocked?
now they won't because it's a Game 7. But
I'm just
coming
saying,
in,
like nobody would
Game
be
7
shocked.
usually don't bowl well for the higher seed, if you notice. Game 7s never bowl well for higher seeds, if you notice.
I mean, that's the point of having the higher seed, right? So that you can have that at least get Game 7 on your floor
dude,
to give you some
you guys
kind of
weren't paying
advantage.
attention to like
A
how
lot of people
heavily
home
like they
loss.
were favored to beat the Nuggets. Like they were wild favorites, and like everyone was saying it was going to be a sleeper like in 5 games. They had no coach. Like they were just mailing it in. They were going to make changes. Blah blah blah. OKC was this great team. Like this was projected to be blow, one-sided series, right? Like
Who
especially at the
thought on
start,
this
like
panel that it was
regardless.
going to be a one-sided series? Who on this panel?
I had Denver winning.
I
I
thought it was
think
going to be. I thought it would go 6 games at
Why do
most.
y'all think OKC was this historical great team when they haven't
I
really
had
done nothing
OKC
to
in
win some regular
6.
season games?
I had him in
I mean,
Y'all
6.
know,
who thought
y'all know,
that Denver was going to get their ass
y'all
whooped?
know Travis been creeping out at night, hanging out with Zesty Jeffries, who trying to praise SGA for being Kobe.
Okay.
Like, you're acting like it was not even a matchup to even be worth it. Like
I
Denver and
think
OKC are like almost pretty even. When you
I
It's
when
think
you
easy to
have
say.
a
It's easy to say that
Game
now.
determined
I
if
think Murray
Minnesota
been
wins.
inconsistent all year.
I said they should win, but I didn't think they was just gonna
MPJ is
win it
hurt.
4 or
He shouldn't
5
even be out
games.
there. So I get his stance. I mean, Denver fired their coach 4 games before the season.
Wait, how about this? Is there any chance this game will be a blowout game, where it be a bad game, or do y'all?
If it's a
do y'all see-
blowout game, it would go to Denver, in my opinion, because,
Possible.
like I said, they did something historically great, and OKC just came out flat, nervous. A game 7 in a home court, they come out nervous like a young team, and Denver just capitalized. But
Ooh. And hey, hey, shout out to Ace 30 for dropping that knowledge right here. He says home teams win 74% of the time in the game 7 all time, right? Not only that, teams who win 65 games or more in NBA history are 15 out of 21 for championships. So 75% of those teams win the NBA championships. So all numbers bode and go for OKC to obviously win this game and win the NBA championship. So let's just say OKC does pull off this game.
they would be the youngest team to win a championship this season, right? If they would
I think so too. They will be one of the youngest teams to ever win a championship. I think so. Yeah.
This is why no one thought that OKC would just volley-bop them, because this is not the season where you playing different teams every other day. You playing one team. This team experienced. This team knew how to adjust to make it a long-out series. So I don't. You had to to think OKC would just sweep this Denver team with or without a coach, as long as they got a Jokic on that floor.
That's true. That's true. As long as Joker's on that floor, there's a chance today for Denver. So, but let's move on to their opponent, right? Because we see Minnesota's just chilling, relaxing, feeling good. Anthony Edwards getting the praises of all the Zesty Jeffries. So, who can give Minnesota a challenge? Do you see anybody beating Minnesota, Brandon, or is it still up in the air, depending
I
on
don't know.
who makes it to the next round?
I think both teams have a really good shot of beating them anyways. I don't have too much faith in the Timberwolves.
You don't?
I don't really have too much faith in them. They the Lakers played terrible and the Timberwolves barely won, and Steph Curry is out. So I have to actually see them perform
Here we go. They
other than
losing
that
5
game 1
and they
versus the
barely
Lakers.
won. That sounds like Denver when they swept them and they barely won. Like, come on.
I guess they just played down to like competition. They basically played down to the competition because the Lakers just didn't play well, and the Timberwolves just didn't wow me when they beat them off the court. That's about all. So I haven't really seen them go up against a good team, really. So I guess I have to see it. I have to see it.
So you think it'll be a struggle for the Timberwolves to get past, either not a struggle, but it'll be a great series between them within OKC or Denver.
Oh, yeah, they will actually be a good game. I mean, they will actually have to play their asses to actually win those games. Other than
Which
having
series?
it gifted
Which
to
one you
them.
think would be better? Which one would be better, OKC and Minnesota, or Denver and
I
Minnesota?
mean, I'd rather see Denver play them, but I
Okay.
think both of them have a better shot of having success versus the Timberwolves.
So you got any one of these 3 teams making the finals? Anyone can make it, basically.
Yeah,
It's not a guarantee for anyone. It depends on who's playing good and what happens, circumstances, right? That's true.
This is really a toss up to me. Like I said, I haven't seen Denver dominate a whole game other than game 1 versus the Lakers.
You're talking about Minnesota, you mean?
Yeah, I mean Minnesota. I haven't seen them dominate a whole game. I know they, whooped Golden State off the court, but they wasn't even full strength. So I don't really take too much weight with them without Steph Curry.
And they still
Apparently,
struggle in some of those games.
apparently,
Go ahead,
Brandon, Brandon Cat says you have a bad take. Minnesota beat Denver last year in the playoffs. Denver was a good team. Every take is bad. Don't worry.
Shout out to Peter Bag.
According to this
Oh yeah, every take that Brandon Cat's here, doesn't matter who says it, it's a bad take. It doesn't matter. What
every single one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've never heard him say that's a great take.
Teams with their superstar play 10+ years. So if Denver wins, they could beat legend killers, but they no legends on OKC for him to beat. So it's going to be OKC. If OKC wins, they go into the finals. If Denver wins, Minnesota go into the finals.
Imagine if what's it called? This dude Ant-Man and the Wolves do beat OKC after they give SGA the MVP and everything. Like they would start.
Young. They could run up and down the court. They got big men just like Minnesota. They match up great. Minnesota, Denver don't match up with Minnesota. OKC is a better matchup for Minnesota.
I think so too as well. I think OKC would be a way better matchup. Even though I had Denver beating OKC to start the playoffs, but I don't know about today without Aaron Gordon. So Travis, you think your boy Joker could win today? But if he doesn't win today, which matchup are you looking forward to seeing with the Timberwolves? And what do you think is going to happen there?
I mean, if he doesn't win, obviously, I think OKC Minnesota would be a fantastic matchup. I mean, I think that it would be tough because. I mean, I think that Minnesota or OKC's bigs would be a huge problem for Minnesota just because they can stretch the floor, like they'll get up and down, they can match up well with. I mean, and then Ant really has to be. I mean, he can't do what he did kind of against the Lakers and partly against Golden State, where he jacks up like 11 threes a game. Like he has to be that great facilitator he was in the first like against the Lakers. He has to be measured with his shots. He has to make sure that he keeps getting other guys involved, like. Julius Randle and Naz Reid would have to be huge too. Like I think that's gonna be a great series if that happens because I think both teams are great defensively, and it would be like who's gonna step up. Like obviously SGA versus Edwards would be amazing, but it would just be again what happens with the Wolves supporting cast. Like do they have the deeper team again, like they did in the first two series? Obviously, I think that series is different if Curry stays healthy. But I mean, I think that's a great matchup. I mean, I don't know who I would take. I still want to go OKC just because I think I think they match up better. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Wolves won because of what they've shown me.
That's interesting. So, Craig, you dropped a little bit of tidbit of what you think. What do you think? How you think these series is going to go to get to the Western Conference Finals, and then obviously who you think is going to make the finals?
It's a close game. Okay, I see OKC winning. Denver, it has to be a blowout for Denver. They got to be up by 30 to win by 1.
Yeah, wow. So they can't keep it close at all. Denver can't keep it close. They have to blow out OKC to win. So okay. So you got OKC and the Timberwolves. I think that's a great matchup. SGA, Ant-Man, that's prime time.
I got OKC in 6 against Minnesota.
That's hilarious.
They got the big just like
who's guarding Julius Randle on OKC?
Good question. Who's guarding Naz Reid?
Who?
Luke Dort.
I would love to know who. He just faced his toughest matchup in Draymond Green. And Draymond Green just went on his podcast and said, this is the first time since 2019 I felt like I got cooked in a playoff series. Who's guarding Julius Randle on OKC? Who's there for? This guy's crazy. They love talking to me, though. Anyways, let's let John get in here. So, John, these people here are crazy, man. What do you think, man? You got Ant-Man and Julius Randle just waiting, salivating for the next opponent. Who you think they're going to face and how you think that series will go?
I think Minnesota, regardless of who they play, they'd be an underdog versus Denver or OKC. I do think they will be playing OKC. I would think if they play OKC for Minnesota to even have a chance, and Edwards going to have to be a hell of a playmaker in the series. And Julius Randle, to me, going to have one of his best playoff series because I think that too Edwards and Julius Randle can make up for any deficiencies they have in this series, and I believe that's the only way Minnesota could win. I think OKC is going to win the series in 6, but I think the way Minnesota could win is Edwards being a playmaker and Julius Randle having a great, being good on the offensive end, rebounding really good, and being a solid defender. I believe that's the way Minnesota could win the series, but I do think OKC can win. Is going to win the series in 6.
You know why OKC gonna wait? Because they're a great mid-range shooting team.
Nice.
Hilarious. You guys saw me break down Friday night show about the mid range, but I think though, like I said, I think it's interesting. Like I said,
my God.
yeah, I think OKC will win today because again, they don't. I don't, like I said, without Gordon, I just don't see how Denver could win this game. It would take a miracle from Joker and Murray together, or Westbrook, somewhere of that form. But I think I would rather see the Wolves and the OKC matchup, and I think that'll go well. This guy loves to talk nonsense about, about the Lakers and Julius Randle. He's been balling, and he's actually played better
He
versus.
plays for a small market team. That's why you can't play under bright lights.
No, exactly, and he definitely can't play in New York. New York, he's not that. He's very sensitive. New York is a very tough city to play for. He never liked the big lights in New York, and it's perfect for him because all the lights are on Anthony Edwards, and Anthony Edwards absorbed it like a true star. He don't care what anybody thinks of him.
But you thought Julius would be good under New York. He started in LA, so it's not like he started in New York. He got drafted by the Lakers and then went to New York. You thought he can handle the spotlight.
The Lakers.
I mean, not really though, because the problem in New York was no. It's because of Jalen Brunson. Because Jalen Brunson's the keep your head down, quiet type of star. So the contrast of him next to Julius Randle made it seem like Julius Randle was weak and couldn't handle the pressure.
Did y'all not watch him play in the playoffs? What did y'all not see how he performed against the Hawks in the playoffs?
It was terrible.
Did y'all?
Yeah, that was 4 or 5 years ago, bro. I mean, like, damn, like that was 4 or 5 years ago, bro.
I mean, he was hurt.
I mean, Julius Randle went to Kentucky with the spotlight on, got drafted by the Lakers with the spotlight, and then went to New York spotlight. But he playing better in Minnesota. I mean, he consistently said,
"It's just the team. It's just the team. I believe it's the team."
Yeah, I mean,
of course, it's a team. Like he doesn't have to be like the number one option, right? Like
I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge Julius Randle all 5 games. I'm not judging Julius Randle all 5 games in 2021.
And he got further in the first year with Minnesota than he did the first year in New York and the Lakers.
That's true. I mean, he's doing good. I mean, but again, Minnesota was at this position last year as well. There's not
double in the playoffs. He couldn't had a triple single in the playoffs. He the only one with a triple.
No, he's
single
balling.
Double.
He is definitely balling right now. He's doing this thing in the playoffs. But I think that'd be a great series. But I think to be honest with you, I think that the Timberwolves are going to make the NBA Finals. I just think the way you mentioned it, John, the playmaking of Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards has been a surprise for me. As good as they've been, I know those guys were decent at it, but they've gotten better at doing it. So that means they don't really need that ball facilitator because they're going to have the ball in their hand. They can create in so many different ways, and they have one of the better defenses in basketball as well. So. And then when you take Mike Conley off the floor, they just become one of the better defenses in general. So I just got them going all the way to the finals. But I think it's going to be a good series between them and the OKC Thunder. But I still got the Wolves in 6 to make it to the finals.
That's not a crazy take.
For them to win, Anthony Edwards has to play a lot better than he's been playing to be. I know he's been playing well. But he's been
playing well. Yeah. I mean, he's been playing all right. Not compared to what he's been playing in this season.
I know he's been winning, and they think a win is a title championship for him, or for some reason the only player that win a playoff series that seems like he won a title. But he has to be better than 26 points per game, shooting 40%. So he has to really pick up to actually move them to the finals.
Yeah, I think he'll do fine. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll do well. Especially against OKC, who everybody loves to talk about so much in their discipline or whatever it is they got going on over there. They're struggling against the Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets had a
the team that you thought should win the series. They struggle versus them. Like you
They
said,
struggled.
Denver should have won, so they should, right?
They struggled.
According to
That's what I'm saying. They struggled. That's why I don't got them getting past Timberwolves. They lucky they got past them here because of the injury bug. But
Timberwolves
it's fine.
got a
If they get past the Denver Nuggets, still. Gordon plays. I'm picking Denver all the way.
So wait, is it confirmed that
no,
he's
he's
not
not
playing?
Doubtful
yeah,
means you're
I
not
know
playing,
he's
sir.
not playing.
Once they say doubtful, you're not playing. Yeah.
I mean,
unless
if
they
he
mention
plays, he's
hamstring,
going
you're
to end
not
up
playing.
getting worse. Yeah,
See,
if he plays, he's
get a
going to
grade,
end up being
you're not
out
playing.
next year. So
Hey,
they're
Brandon,
not going to let him be out next year.
Brandon, and the grade 2, basically a tear.
I don't know.
I think a
I don't
grade
know.
2 is a tear.
Shit changed,
is.
man. It changes like your blood pressure measurements and your calorie measurements. That shit changed throughout the years.
Anytime they
say
mention
it's a grade
hamstring,
3.
you're not playing the next game.
More than likely, that's true.
Even if it's a
Yeah.
bruised hamstring, you ain't playing.
I mean, if he does try to play, I think he's going to be out within 5 minutes with a tear.
Yeah, he's not gonna play. Either way, listen, we got Wall Street Brandon doing what he does best, just looking for arguments on the line, as zesty as any zesty Jeffrey can become. He goes, "Hey Johnny, with his usual takes, OKC matchups better versus Minnesota than Denver. I didn't say they didn't match up better. See, that's what I'm saying. You just pick it takes. Again, if I got what's called casual takes, who here had the Knicks and Indiana Pacers making the Eastern Conference Finals before their series? I did, sir. Who had the balls to say it? I did, sir. You don't believe me? Go to Chill Town's podcast and go to any show that I've been on. I've told everybody the Knicks, it was going to be Brunson and Halliburton in the finals. Because I watch basketball. You talking about I'm wrong. I've been right a lot. You just want to pick out them a couple of times that I'm wrong and making predictions, which is all fine. It's a prediction, sir. You've been wrong and you don't never admit it. But we're going to move on to the Eastern Conference because this is where things get juicy. Because the New York Knicks are going to go with the Pacers. We talk about rivalries. We talk
Pacers
about
in 6, dude.
He said Pacers in 6. We're talking about Halliburton and Jalen Brunson. I don't know if you guys watch wrestling, but supposedly those guys were in some kind of big WrestleMania event last year with each other.
SmackDown.
A SmackDown? Okay, well, they were having some fun during the offseason, but now we're going to get real prime time basketball where the New York Knicks are going to have home court advantage. Right? They have, they're the
Yeah, they got home court advantage.
Wednesday night, starting Wednesday night, we're going to get game 1 Eastern Conference Knicks, Pacers. Brandon, what do you think of
They
this
also
series?
said if Denver wins today, the Knicks will have home court in the finals if they make the finals, if Denver eliminates OKC.
Ooh, Madison Square Garden's going to burn up. Oh, my God.
I don't really know how the Pacers keep beating everybody, so I have no idea who's going to win this series.
Oh, they play
watch
I
these
don't know
games,
what
Brandon.
the Pacers going to do. I don't know what the
Brandon, they
Pacers
got
are going to do.
Brandon, they got one of the fastest paces offenses in basketball. Halliburton be doing his thing.
I don't know what the Pacers are going to do
All
because
they
they
do
just
is
keep
run
And
winning.
they got some
tire you
solid
out. Either two things get hurt. You get injured or you get tired. That's what happens when you play the Pacers. You get injured or tired. You gotta pick one.
Yeah, they run. They push the pace. They one of the high paced teams, high scoring teams in the game. They run and they got some good young dudes as well. They got a good young team. They got some good young dogs that play on the perimeter.
This is a series.
This is gonna be a great series. This is gonna be a great series.
So the Pacers should have lost in the first round. Should have lost in the second round. They should lose this series.
No, there was no way Milwaukee was beating Indiana. No way. No way.
They could have. If Giannis played the way Giannis played. Well, he did play well.
Yeah.
He did play well, but
that was a mismatch of all mismatches in the first round. Yeah, they were a mismatch of all mismatch. Even with Dame, I don't care what nobody tell me. That Pacer team would have blew that Milwaukee team out the water, just like they did.
Team is not this team that you think is just gonna tear up the league, or they are.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying against Milwaukee. I didn't think No, I didn't think they would. I didn't think they were going to whoop on Cleveland the way they whooped on Cleveland. Now that one was a surprise.
Well, I didn't think they were going to beat. I didn't think they were going to beat the Bucks, even though I wanted them to win. I didn't think they was going to beat the Cavs, and I don't think they're better than the Knicks, but I'm not going to bet against them.
If they keep it half court, the Knicks can play their style. But if they're running up and down, he can't be playing them 45, 48 minutes for a series. They're going to get hurt.
They're gonna have to slow it down.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Knicks are gonna have to find a way to slow them down some way,
Correct.
somehow.
They got hurt last year playing.
That's what I'm saying. You
Pacers
either gonna get
that.
tired or you gonna get hurt playing against the Pacers. You got to pick one.
New York actually got hurt playing Pacers last
Yeah,
year.
right. And it went 7 last year as well. So I see. Yeah, this is gonna be a great series. I see this being a great series. Travis, you would have to be up about what, by 4 a.m. to watch a Knicks game.
Basically, like at least 9:30. No, I think that's going to be a. I mean, the Pacers. I mean, if you watch the games, like obviously, it sucks that like Garland and Mobley like weren't there for the entire series. Otherwise, I think it might be different. But they lost like game 1 and 2, right?
They got their butts kicked. They got their butts handed to them.
And so just like the Celtics, like they were fully healthy, like when they lost against New York in games 1 and 2. Like the road teams have been coming in here, but Indiana is so balanced right now. If you look at like everyone, like the ball really moves. They play great defense. Like they limit their turnovers. They were playing like if you watch them. I watched the first 2 games versus the Cavaliers, and like they were just playing out of their minds. Like they were crashing the boards. And like yeah, you don't like associate with them like with these like being huge world beaters, but you have like they have 6 players in double figures. They're getting great bench production during these playoffs. Like you have Halliburton, he's leading the playoffs in assists per game. Miles Turner is leading in blocks per game. So they're getting a full-on team contribution. I mean, they're shooting pretty well. I mean, their 3-point percentage is over 40% as a team. So they're basically checking all the boxes. Like, what do you want? Yeah, they're really good. So, I mean, obviously the Knicks, I think, are going to be their best matchup, especially because the Knicks are fully healthy. And I mean, the Knicks are on a roll, so it's going to be great. I think. I mean, I want to take the Knicks, but I mean, I still think Pacers are going to. But I think they match up better.
What the Knicks did to the Celtics, and you seen what the Celtics did to the Pacers? Like, come on, man.
Different beast in the playoffs, man.
These have been one of the most wildest playoffs I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I can go back maybe to the 2007 playoffs.
Especially in the East. Especially in the East.
Right? Yeah, the 2007 playoffs was wild. Because people forget the Miami Heat got blown out in the first round. A surprise. I think we were the first.
Yeah, they defending champions. They got.
Do you know who they lost? Do you know who they lost against?
The Bulls.
No, my memory don't serve me correct. No, my memory don't serve me correct. I don't remember who.
It was the Bulls.
Yeah, it was Ben Gordon and Kurt Heinrich and them. I hated them boys. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god. So all right. So I guess Craig. I guess you got who? You got Pacers winning this then. That's
No. I got. I don't want to say it, but I got Knicks in 6 because that's the thing now.
You want to make a trip to the city, Craig? You want to make a trip to the city?
Every series gonna be good. Everybody in 6.
Everybody in 6, man. So John, what about you?
Get hurt or tied, Knicks in 6. If somebody get hurt, Pacers in 6.
So what you got here?
Hurt or tied, one of the two.
Injuries are part of the game. What do you want?
Injuries are part of the game, man. It's a part of the game, baby. Part of the game. Yep. Stay healthy.
It's sort of like a low blow in wrestling. Like how you gonna either every time somebody play, you either hurt or tired.
That's it. You hurt. You got to be healthy. That's why you got next man up rotation. Let's go. Next man up rule. Let's go.
Tibbs don't believe in next
Knicks
man
don't
up.
got a next man up. That's the problem.
Hopefully my wife's not watching this show right now, baby. Please ignore these gentlemen right now. They're just being trolls.
I mean, it's tough to bet against the Knicks right now. I mean, they look good, obviously, from the draw from that series.
Listen, the Knicks look good. The Pacers look good. It's going to be a great series, man. What do you think, John? Is old rivalry right here. The Jesse Jeffries should love it.
I think Rick Carlisle's been out coaching every team he's playing against. His adjustments been perfect. You don't know where they're getting their points from. Each game is different. I love the way Rick Carlisle's coaching right now. It's going to be a Rick Carlisle Thibodeau series. I think it's about the adjustments and how they adjust to each team. Each game is important. And Tibbs has been called out a lot of series because he hadn't adjusted great. So We're gonna find out. I believe the Knicks should win, but I won't be surprised if the Pacers win. I mean, I agree with Brandon. I don't know how to judge this series at all. But like I said, I think the Knicks should win, but the Pacers, I won't be surprised because Rick Carlisle's been coaching his ass off, and he's been really doing his thing.
The
I
Knicks
think
are
everybody
4-1 against the
I
Pacers.
mean, like
this season.
Knicks are a better team. I think everybody think they're a better team, but we just don't know with those Pacers.
Yeah, that's my point. I
No,
just say,
if the
did you
Knicks
know
are
Brunson
healthy,
is a
they're gonna win
scorer?
the series. If the Knicks
know
are healthy,
Brunson-
they're gonna win the series. If the Pacers win, it's because somebody on the Knicks got hurt. That's how it's gonna happen. If the Pacers win, it's because somebody on the Knicks got hurt.
Well, then that just leads us to our matchup, to who we think is going to make the finals, or who we think is the best matchup finals. For me, I believe the Wolves and the Pacers will make the finals, but I believe the best finals, without a doubt, has to have the New York Knicks in it. So I think the best finals would be Anthony Edwards versus MSG, the Garden. That would be epic. That would be the best result for the NBA. But I think it's going to be Pacers and Minnesota, which is even going to be even crazier because you're going to have two small market teams in the Midwest. Is Minnesota considered the Midwest?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. All right, so you got two
It's
Midwest
gonna be
teams.
OKC versus the Pacers.
Ooh, okay.
That's good.
Another two small market teams. Another two small market teams. What
That'd
about
be
you, Travis? Who you got?
diabolical.
That you think that's going to be the best matchup, though, Brandon? You think that's going to be the best?
That's the worst matchup.
What do
That's,
you think will be the
no
best
one wants to
matchup?
see. That's
And
what
the
don't play.
Pacers
It's
final
the
matchup
Timberwolves
is
and
a
the
bad
Knicks.
matchup.
Timberwolves and the Knicks is the best.
I think it's
matchup.
going to be OKC Pacers, honestly.
Okay. OKC Pacers. Okay. And that is also the best matchup, or that's just what you think it's going to be?
No, the best matchup, obviously, I think would be like OKC Knicks or Denver Knicks. I think that would be a pretty. Denver Knicks would be ideal for me.
I think Denver would hobble their way into the finals. To be honest with you, I think they would.
That's
hobble
fine.
I don't know if they would be able to just be fully healthy. It would be
Jokic in the
crazy.
finals is
And
what we
that-
all want to see.
And that would
I
mean the
mean-
Knicks would win the NBA Finals. That means we would literally have an apocalypse in our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
A week
Jokic
after the Knicks,
losing-
What?
it's gonna be an
Yeah,
apocalypse.
yeah,
Wall Street.
You
Can y'all imagine? Can y'all imagine if they burn down Wall Street, fucking around because they're out here talking
Dude,
about
if Joker
go New York,
wins
go
the
New York,
finals
go.
with, like, considering everything, if Joker was somehow to win, he would be a top 10 player automatically.
Yeah, he'll move in the top 10, but if he don't make it past this round, he's gonna stay under 15 for now.
That's fair.
No, I do not have
Yes,
OKC
he's
every
good.
round, idiot. I just said the Timberwolves are making the finals. I don't have them in every round, idiot. I just told you that. I had them losing eventually to Denver.
He said you pick against him every round.
No, I didn't. I had them winning the first round, so I didn't. So take that with you. Take that with you. So what do you think, Craig? We gonna have a big party in New York City, Madison Square Garden?
I mean, the Knicks are due for a final appearance. It's been since what, 299 since they've been in the finals? Like, that's what, 3 decades ago?
Yeah,
They're due. There's other teams who haven't.
Yeah. I had
Orlando's
OKC
due.
in the first round, idiot, and they can still lose tonight. Don't be all. I mean, today, don't get all bashful and boastful and disappear like you normally do, Wall Street, Brandon. So the Knicks are due. That's what one fan was saying. They are due for something.
They have a bad shooting game. So OKC have another bad shooting game. We've
Well,
seen it
and
before.
Y'all can start blaming Jalen Williams and start calling him Serena Williams. That's what y'all be doing already. That's what
That'd be great.
So
I hope
Tom, who you
OKC
have?
just buckles.
Oh my God, who you got making the finals, and who you think's the best finals?
I mean, it's funny why we all know why you have to say the Knicks. So I mean,
Who, me?
I'm talking Johnny. He has to say the Knicks, but
I
I
got
believe
the Pacers beating them. I told my wife it ends here. You see how they celebrating now? They're not gonna get past the Pacers. But go ahead.
But I think the Knicks. I would love to see a Knicks Minnesota matchup. I believe that's the best. I mean, the one a lot of people would see. I would love to see OKC and OKC in the Knicks is what I think we're gonna see. That's what I think we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be OKC and the Knicks.
Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a good finals, man, all the way around the board. Anyways, you know, this is a good time for basketball.
Game in Madison Square Garden. You know how much money the NBA gonna make?
Yeah,
Somebody trying to go to Indiana for no finals game?
Yeah, but that's why I said Minnesota.
Well, New York's not going to be able to handle what's going to happen if the New York Knicks are in the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be crazy. They win that fourth game next series. What? And mind y'all, guess who has to make a trip to New York if that happens?
Hey, you're gonna be live from New York. You're gonna be live from New York.
That is a once in a lifetime experience. My wife will not let me pass on that one. We got Twin Man in the building. Shout out to Twin Man. The Knicks fans are feeling great. They feeling great. And you know, it's another fan base that's feeling good. The Michael Jordan fan base. The Michael Jordan fan base is feeling real good. LeBron's out here dancing on a hurt knee. Michael Jordan's going to return to basketball on NBC.
Thank God.
It's just a great moment for them. So I know because things are going so well for them, our boy Craig got something special for all the Michael Jordan fans. And you know how we always represent here in GOAT James Kingdom. So we got a let me see here. Hold on. Oh, I got a little bit too hype here. We got a little segment here where we let Craig bring out some cool Jordan sneakers to show y'all, and he brings us some historical factors amongst those sneakers. So I know Craig got something special for y'all. So what we do with GOAT James Kingdom every Sunday is the soul of the game, given to y'all by my boy Craig.
With that, these shoes that we're about to design with words starts with a soul. Not a soul, but a soul, you know, what touches you to earth, that's floating in nowhere, the soul.
Yeah,
All right, so this one I wanted to do was, it's not so much of the shoes that he wore on the court this weekend. I want to do it about something I like to say was OGs inspired collabs. And what I mean by that is, like, now that Jordan was with the athlete, was the first one where you could actually not only play in the shoe, but you could wear the shoe outside of court in fashion. People will actually make outfits dedicated to the specifically for that shoe. And he started with collabs and had different designers come out and, you know, reinvent a shoe. So the first one I want to do was came out by a guy named Virgil, who's actually from Chicago. He has a brand called Off-White. And one of the shoes that he made with Jordan Brand and collab was this shoe here. This is the Off-White Air Jordan 5 made by him. This came out in 2021, I believe. It's been so long. But this shoe is inspired by one of his OG model shoes, which I actually have. It's an inspired model from this shoe. This is the one that he originally wore in 1990. And this was reinvented to add from Virgil. Most of his shoes have, you know, these hang tags, the shoelaces, the year that it came out on the shoe. So yeah, this is one of the shoes that you can play ball in it, but I highly suggest you not to, because it's not it's not made to really play ball in now. It's more fashion. So yeah, this week is the Air Jordan 5 by Off-White. It's a collaboration from Jordan Brand and Virgil. And rest in peace to Virgil, because like I said, he's no longer here. And he actually got some more Off-White collabs.
Okay, so wait a minute. What fashion can you wear those sneakers with, Craig? Break it down. Hold on.
I mean, you can wear, you know, jeans. You can wear shorts with it. It's more so. I don't wear shorts with it, but yeah, you can wear pretty much anything. You don't have to play basketball in it. And
well, you really can't play basketball in Jordan sneakers. We all know that already. We already know that, Craig. You know that. But those are dope, man. Shout out to you, Craig. Hey, Craig, did you know? I don't know if you noticed that in the intro for your show, that is Virgil Abloh speaking. You know that, right?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, man. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that was the soul of the game with our boy Craig, man. As y'all can see, he's a big time sneakerhead, and he has all the historical breakdowns of it. And obviously, he broke down one of Jordan's most unique sneakers there with Virgil Abloh. If I'm saying his name correct, rest in peace. He's a famous designer, and he designed a lot of sneakers. And this is actually him speaking here, y'all. This is actually Virgil Abloh speaking on this track right here.
With that, these shoes that we're about to design with words starts with a soul. Not a soul, but a soul, you know, what touches you to earth, that's floating in nowhere, the soul.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig. I know somebody who you for their wedding they would those Jordan off whites. That's actually they made it their colors for their wedding.
Oh yeah.
So all the grooms had off whites on there. Yeah. So when you say people wear it for outside of basketball, I know somebody who used the off whites for their wedding. So all the groomsmen had on the off white. So.
Oh my God, that is such a
Zesty Jeffries.
At least they ain't standing in line for a damn Barbie doll.
That's facts.
Oh my God, no, good job, Craig, man. Those are actually some dope sneakers. I see the design and all the uniqueness of it and how they express that. You know, again, Jordan did change the fabric of sneaker fashion. He even started it with the patent leather ones. That was one of his things with the patent leather ones. He wanted something that people could actually wear outside and be a little bit more business type of attire, business casual, and that's where we got those.
Yeah, boys to men.
Those are 11s. The 11s. That's the 11s. Am I correct? The patent leather one.
These right here.
Yeah, the 11s. Yeah.
Yeah, these.
Yeah, Craig got them ready. Access on the Carolina blue. Indeed, man. But hey, listen, the Jordan fans have been feeling great. They've been feeling great, even though there's been rumors circulating about what Michael Jordan's job is going to be with NBC. And we have this article that came out. Shout out to Lamont for dropping this article. And it says it's gotten bad when the guy they worship the most has to come down and tell them to shut up and enjoy the damn game. So obviously we know Michael Jordan's about to join NBC, and obviously the Michael Jordan fan base, the LeBron haters, the Kobe guys, they are in love with all of this stuff. They can't wait. They think Michael Jordan's going to come and regulate everything. It's going to be funny. I can't wait to see what happens when Jordan does show up and start saying stuff they don't like. I wonder if they're going to call him Clutch Sports, paid propagandist. I wonder if they're going to call him an idiot and all these other crazy stuff that they do with everybody else. The guys like Lamont, Gilbert Arenas, even to a certain degree, Craig, they get mad at Craig because Craig doesn't, follow with the Zesty Jeffrey logic, even though Craig got Michael Jordan as the GOAT. They don't like that. They don't like
That's
you got
why
to
it survived.
But I found it crazy. But the truth of the matter is that I've never found out who Elliot Barnes really is. He really isn't a part of the Chicago Tribune, to be honest with you. I've never seen anything with him in the Chicago Tribune, but this is an article that came out. And at the end of the day, it does break down some stuff about what Michael Jordan's going to be doing. But we always told y'all, though, there's all these Zesty Jeffries, and they can't wait to say some stuff. So Travis went out here and found a Zesty Jeffrey. This one is one of you guys' favorite Zesty Jeffrey. So we're gonna move on to the chat bomb with T Perfect, and then we'll drop the link shortly for you gentlemen so you could join. So ladies and gentlemen, here comes the chat bomb with T Perfect.
We are interrupting our normal programming. The current threat level is critical, meaning an attack is imminent. Civilians are advised to remain indoors. In some urban areas, evacuations are taking place. If you're in one of these areas, police will help you to safety. Follow their orders without question. You should remain indoors until you are told otherwise. You should now prepare for a nuclear strike. You will not be able to leave your location for 14 days after the strike.
So I think Michael Jordan coming back to network television, I think that kills a lot of narratives. I think that it will expose Clutch Sports in a public way that, is just going to be so embarrassing. Hopefully this will force LeBron James Clutch Sports to be much more professional, have a little bit more respect.
What? Excuse me?
But I got to tell you, I'm sure that they are clenching their pearls. LeBron fans all over, they don't know what to do with themselves. They're scared that their lies are going to be exposed and that people are going to love Michael Jordan even more.
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
So, Yeah. So disclaimer, guys. This was the one that I had honestly tried to replace because I wasn't going to do this one. I sent another video in, but it's all right. We'll revert to this one.
No, that's fine. That is fine, Travis. I know that's fine because you know what, you are completely right. How better than to do it on a Haiti Flag Day? Because just y'all don't know, today is Haiti Flag Day. I want to join you on your chat bomb. I got an exclusive for I got an exclusive for you too because I'm tired of these zesty Jeffries, man. And you know what? You're right. Let's get this idiot up here so we can hear his silliness and what he said. So we can get at both of them, Miss Sweet Tea and Mr. Omega Alpha Beta bullshit nonsense ass Kobe Bryant fan.
Do I think Wizards Jordan is making out the first round? Yes. With Luka, yes. I think if you put Luka Doncic on that Wizards team Jordan was on, yes, I think they make it out the first round. They might get to the finals.
Oh my god, I could watch that all day. I mean, is there a more clown take you ever heard? I mean, I get trying to have an opinion about a player or whatever, but when you just go to total circus world and say something that's a 40-year-old, actually 39, washed at 39, wasn't the best player on his team. That was Jerry Stackhouse, outscoring him on fewer shot attempts, playing way better. Just completely washed. Not even the hardest Jordan fans think that Jordan would have made an impact on this year's Lakers team, much less taking them to the finals. What? I mean, you're telling me that, okay, a 21 point per game, shooting 44% from the field, Jordan who played zero defense. I mean, relative to, again, what he would need to have played today against a 40-year-old LeBron who was playing 24.5 points per game, 8 assists, 8 boards, 51% shooting, 38% from three as opposed to 21% from Michael Jordan. So he was better in every respect than Jordan at the same age. He played better defense measurably. The shooting splits weren't even close. How exactly is a 39-year-old washed Michael Jordan, twice retired, going to move the needle here? Okay, the only time Mike won a ring without a top 5 defense was in 1997, where there were 6. Okay, if Michael Jordan replaced LeBron on this year's Laker team, they probably wouldn't have even sniffed 50 wins, just because of. I mean, you have to be a realist at some point.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said that if Luka was on Washington, that Washington with Luka and Michael would have made the playoffs and got past the first round and actually made the NBA Finals. That's what he said.
That's a clown take too.
That's exactly. Again, let's reiterate this idiot and this nonsense that he said again. Here we go again. Let's go ahead and play this damn idiot say this nonsense about how Michael Jordan could take the Wizards to the finals.
Do I think Wizards Jordan is making out the first round? Yes. With Luka, yes. I think if you put Luka Doncic on that Wizards team Jordan was on, yes, I think they make it out the first round. They might get to the finals.
Come on, man. He's nowhere near that. Like, what is wrong with that dude? Like, where is he saying that? Ladies and gentlemen, just for you guys to understand, in 2003, the Washington Wizards won 37 games. They had Jerry Stackhouse as their leading scorer, shooting 40% from the field, taking 17 shots per game in an era that was like the pace was like 90-something. How many shots is Jerry Stackhouse taking? He's not. That's what they don't understand. Well, you're gonna limit Luka? Jordan was taking 18 shots per game, ladies and gentlemen, scoring 20 points per game.
Yeah, you might not even have Stackhouse if Luke was there.
They both were shooting under 30% from the 3-point land. Their big men was going to be Christian Laettner and Kwame Brown. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit.
I don't even think that this guy believes his own hype when he says that. And just a quick touch. I mean, obviously that's one of the worst takes ever. But I mean, just to quickly touch on the sports tea, this chick, I don't mean to sound like this, but she's just been making the rounds on social media just because, I mean, she's trying to latch on to the biggest Jordan glazers there is, using buzzwords like, oh, LeBron fans are afraid and they're going to clutch their pearls and they're scared because Mike came back. Scared of what? The facts? The facts that LeBron's resume is, again, GOAT tiered. And I guarantee you'll never ever see a video with her having a conversation where someone like us, like Johnny or Brandon, sits down and says, what do you think about these facts? How about this rep? She'll run from it. She only latches on to more dominant personalities so she can keep her narrative alive and grow her channel.
She already ran for me. She used the ticket debate as an excuse. She told somebody that she saw me on Ticket TV and what I did with Ticket TV, and she doesn't want to get yelled at and screamed at.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds just about right. Which I wouldn't yell and scream at a woman. I have way much more respect to do that to any woman, especially over basketball.
I can see you debating her. You would just be calm and professional because she if anyone, she would start yelling. I can tell her.
No, she would just resort to what she would call me a jock sniffer, and then that's when I would tell her, well, see, this is your problem. You've been hanging around too many Zesty Jeffries. I would expose all the gentlemen that are around her that allow her to be such reckless in her manner. But again, she's allowed to do that. We don't care about Zesty Jeffries. We always tell you guys, Zesty Jeffries are free to hit the link. The link is always available for all you Zesty Jeffries. And you'll never put us up on any one of your shows. She won't never invite us up. She won't never say it will come here on this date and time. None of them will, including Mr. Omega, Alpha, Beta, or whatever nonsense with that nonsense about Washington Wizards. These guys are pure
great
idiots.
take.
These guys are pure idiots, and at the end of the day, this is what they get when they come to Go James Kingdom. Zesty Jeffries. Shout out to you, Travis. Man. Thank you for letting me find some Zesty Jeffrey nonsense.
Absolutely, man.
Because I know you be out here creeping on the late night tip, ladies and gentlemen. Travis has LeBron as the GOAT, but he still goes ahead and creeps out late night. But that was the chat bomb with T Perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you're out here saying silly stuff on the internet, in particular about the GOAT of basketball, LeBron James, Travis will find you, bring you right here. Since you are not even man enough or woman enough to come on our panel and explain any of the silliness that you say on all these other sites and other shows that you be on. So shout out to you, Travis. We appreciate you. That was a great perfect chat bomb there. So we can go back to our regular scheduled program. The link is up for all you Zesty Jeffries and GOAT James Kingdom members if you want to join. We can have a good conversation talking the game of basketball. Obviously, we got Twin Man in the building, the first up. What up, Twin Man? Peace and blessings. What's good, brother?
Pacers in 6.
Almost the Knicks fan in the house, y'all. Let's let the Knicks fan gloat. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
All I gotta say is go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, no! Let me tell you something, bro.
That nonsense.
Knicks about to win. Knicks are about to win.
Oh my God.
Let's make that clear. Indiana, whatever. Knicks is 5.
All right, so how y'all gonna beat the Pacers? Break it down to us. Come on, Mr. New York Knicks fan. Break it down. What are y'all gonna be doing?
Honest, they just have to keep playing the way they've been playing. The defense for the Knicks is their strong suit. Now, I'm not gonna act like they can't fill up the bucket. They can. They have the most clutch player in Jalen Brunson, but the defense is gonna carry us through. That's what's gonna carry us through. And I would love to see the Wolves and Knicks in the finals because that would be a great defensive battle. I think it would be an excellent defensive battle. So I would love to see Knicks and Wolves. I don't know. I don't really want to see anybody else. I want to see the Knicks and Wolves. That's the best matchup for the NBA.
That's
hands down.
Yeah.
Everybody else don't care.
And you burning the city down. The Knicks win, you burning the city down. That's it.
I swear to God, if Minnesota
absolutely not.
Get to the finals, they're gonna be one lucky fan that gonna have another baby by
Bro, can you imagine
looking at the all NBA Finals commercials when the Knicks and Rockets was playing? We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York
commercials.
Of course.
You guys.
I said, go New York, go New York, go.
Came out.
So who got winning today?
94.
So who you got winning today though? Who you got winning today? Who the Timberwolves are going to beat in the Western Conference Finals?
I think OKC going to find a way to pull it out. Hold on, OKC's at home, right?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
I think OKC's going to find a way to pull it out. I think Joker's going to have a monster game for them to beat OKC. OKC's at home. They're comfortable. They got to sleep in their own beds. They got to see their families. They chilling. So I think OKC's going to come out motivated to get to the Western Conference Finals. But if Joker goes off and has one of those Joker games, I don't know. They're going to have to find a way to contain that, man. And I'm going to be real. Jamal Murray, he has a tendency to show up in these moments.
He does. He has
a tendency to show up in these moments.
No, that's Aaron Gordon. Wait, Aaron Gordon's not here. My bad. Never mind.
Yeah, he's not.
I feel what you're saying.
My God.
Jamal Murray, for some reason, in these moments, he has a tendency to show up and play big. I think it all depends on if the supporting cast of OKC can show up early and often, doing what they do at home, because they really do play really good at home. So if they can show up early and often in this game, it should be, I'm not gonna say an easy win, but they should win. Would it shock me if they lost?
So, Twinman, do you know that the commissioner announced before this game that the winner gets the MVP, right?
Oh my God,
that's just dirty. That's dirty.
Now, listen, y'all know Twin Man never shown his face on GOAT James Kingdom. There's only one episode he's ever shown his face, and if you never seen his face, you wouldn't have known that Twin Man was out here wilding last night with the rest of these New York Knicks fans. Was it? Yeah, it was last night. No, it was the night before last, on Friday night. I swore you was one of these dudes out here.
I don't give a fuck. This is just pussy. So all that shit now. So all that shit now. What are you gonna say?
What are they doing? Spider-Man, go save them!
That's Twin Man right there in the Spider-Man outfit. Right there, that's Twin Man. That's Twin Man right there in the Spider-Man outfit, ladies and gentlemen.
That is not me. I'm not gonna let you put that on me. Actually, I currently live in Georgia, but if the Knicks win the championship, I am taking a trip to New York. Let's make that clear. I'll see you.
All these New Yorkers who don't live in New York, y'all
You're gonna go riding.
Hold up. I'm from New York, born and raised. Don't get it twisted. I didn't move out until I joined the military.
You a Georgia boy.
Y'all Knicks fans. Y'all Knicks fans are so used to not going to the finals. Y'all don't know how to act when y'all get there, man.
It's gonna be.
Listen. I'm not even mad at what King John just said because he's not lying. He's not wrong. The last time we've been.
It's not
the last time we did it.
Live in Illinois. It's not our fault we could live in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, in my lifetime, we've been there 6 times, and guess how many times we won? 6. So we used to this. It's like, okay, we're in the finals again.
Shut up, King John. Now you're gonna be mean. How you gonna be mean, King John? We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be friends, King John.
I told you I can't root for the Knicks. I told you that. That's part of the rules.
That's why your team. That's why your team ain't get the #1 pick, John. That's what you get right now. Always hating on everybody else. Always hating on everybody.
Honestly, the finals one year and get the #1 pick the following year. This shit is
fact.
That's
rigged. That's some rigged shit right there.
This is crazy.
Real quick. What I love about the Eastern Conference Finals right now. Not only is it the Knicks and Pacers, like it just takes me back. Like if you're a true basketball fan, the magnitude of Knicks Pacers.
Fuck that.
The only way it could be better is if it was Knicks Heat. I'm gonna be honest. That's the only way it could be better is if it was Knicks Heat. Just if you can say we're done with I'm just talking about the rivalries. I think some of the best rivalry came out of the East, in my opinion.
And when was that? And what was these rivalries? In the 90s.
The 90s. I'm not gonna act like
can't be no rivalry when we've been whooping. It can't be rivalry when we've been whooping their ass since 2010.
It's crazy because the
And
Knicks.
only time I get nostalgic about the game is when there's rivalries in the Western Conference Finals or the Eastern Conference Finals. That's the
It's
only
there.
time I get nostalgic.
Pacers and Knicks. It's there. You got it, brother. You got it. It's there.
So, wait a minute, what if the Pacers sweep that ass?
I would love to see Reggie Miller at the game and Spike Lee hit him with the choke sign, like, yeah, we whooping y'all ass. You see what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see that. That would make my life.
Somebody gonna walk out and hit him with a chair or some WWE shit.
Reggie's gonna be announcing, dude. He's gonna be announcing. He needs to be biased as fuck. It's gonna be funny.
Hey, look what Brandon said. This is taking forever. I'm not waiting backstage anymore. Who cares? Nobody cares. It's not like you dropping any knowledge. It's not like you gonna bring any information. It's like we sitting around here thirsting for you to say something important that we gonna have that we didn't even know.
You're leaving, so
I'm
everyone
gonna go
wins.
Dance Kingdom. I don't have to rush. I am not. I'm a member, cuz. Let's make that clear.
Exactly. Because
Stay in your place.
In fact, we'll let the Lord. Yeah, we'll let the Lord of GJK
Lord's
handle
here.
you.
Yes.
Brandon Cass. What's good, Blue Bowl? Peace and blessings, brother. What's going on, brother?
You know what I mean? Y'all chopping up good basketball, good knowledge, you know what I mean? One of the very few channels on YouTube that can actually talk the game and shit, that actually is story and shit, not about these wild takes, wild narratives because they hate one player and all this bullshit. You know what I mean? But shout out to you, man. Props to y'all cats, man. Y'all do a good job. Y'all do a relevant job.
Thank you. Hey, Blue Bowl, your mic got a lot of static, brother. Try to come in back with it because it got a lot of static and you real low. Try to come back. We'll bring you back up. All right.
All right.
Yeah. You got bad static here. What happened? Oh, look, all the Zesty Jeffries. Oh, they right. Oh, he's right here. Hold on. Let's bring up Willie in the building. We got Willie in the building. Shout out to Willie. Willie, are you happy, Michael Jordan?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, man. Who you got making the finals, and what's your take? What you know?
Knicks and OKC, hopefully.
Knicks and OKC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scrappy basketball. I like scrappy basketball. That's what's entertaining. That's why, if you notice, New York robbed the back of their team. They ain't got no pretty boy. They not about all that in basketball. But what I did, I don't want to do no GOAT debate, none of that crap. But what Travis said about 10 minutes ago was utterly nonsense. Travis, I wanna ask Travis something. Travis, do you think LeBron was great as a rookie, or good as a rookie?
Yeah, he was the best player on his team as a rookie.
Okay, don't you know Jordan on the Wizards got better numbers than LeBron as a rookie?
What does that mean?
I'm a teenager.
Ho. I can reverse it. Don't you know Jordan as a rookie got better numbers than LeBron at 40? I can reverse it too. Either way you want to go. Now, Travis, let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Your take is ridiculous. Travis, what was Jordan averaging before he got injured? Because you said he was trash. Before he got injured in 2002, what was Jordan averaging?
I think around 24 points a game.
No, it's 25 points a game. Get it right. 25.7 to be exact. So you get on here like, yo, he was trash, this and that, but he played better than your boy as a rookie at 40 on bad knees. Not only that, do you know why Jordan returned to the Wizards? Let me ask you that. Mouth. No, hold on, man. No, that's not why he returned. That's not why he returned. Because he had ownership. That ain't had nothing to do with it. Jordan returned to the Wizards. Jordan, if you listen, I'll school you. Jordan returned to the Wizards after 9/11 because it hit the towers. Jordan played for free, donated his whole salary. You act like Jordan came back and got $40 million, a max player, and has superstar players on his team. Jordan had a love of the game clause. That means he could play when and wherever he wants. So if Jordan was chasing championships, why in the hell would he go to the Wizards?
You don't need $40 million.
He said that. He said he was going for a championship. He said he was doing a championship when he got to the Wizards. He said that. Jordan said that.
You know the argument was.
Every time Jordan stepped on the court, he believed he could win. But we all know Jordan ain't have a winning team. He wasn't going out.
Oh,
he didn't
so
have
now
a winning team.
So it's winning teams now. It's winning teams, not Jordan anymore. Okay, continue.
Yes, it's winning teams like Dirk. Like Dirk had all them All Stars and Hall of Famers in 2011. Like
So, Willie,
Hakeem had a bunch of
the
them.
argument. You know the argument wasn't anything to do with football.
Can I ask you a question, Willie? Willie, can I ask you a question real quick? Can I ask you a question, really? Willie, do you really believe in your heart of hearts, if Luka Doncic was on the Wizards with Jordan, they would have gone to the finals? I just need a yes or a no.
That's a hypothetical, but I know they would have made it past the first round.
What?
I could say
So
that.
hold on with.
So that was the argument.
Let's stop right there. We saw that LeBron James in the playoffs and in the regular season gave you 24 points, 25 points, right? Now we already know Jordan has to dominate the ball. He
No, he
doesn't like
doesn't.
playing.
That's a lie.
Yes,
That's
he
a
does.
lie. That's a
He does
lie.
not. Hold on. Let me finish my take, and then you can tell me how I'm lying. Jordan needs to take the majority of the shots. Jordan needs to dominate the ball. Jordan needs. Hold on. I'm not done. Jordan needs to be the big dog. Luka's most effective with the ball. So how do they win when there's only one basketball? I need to know.
Jordan can play all.
How do they win?
Jordan played at 40. You just cooked yourself. At 40, what was Jordan known to be doing? What did every NBA player come out and say? That mid range.
He was
That
38.
mid range. That mid range.
He was shooting 40%.
Hey, you want me to tell you Jordan was washed at 40? He already was 6-0.
So how you gonna make the finals?
He already was 6-0, bro.
Yeah, how you gonna make the finals? He's not a better sidekick to Luka than LeBron is at 40.
But I'm not gonna argue a hypothetical. LeBron had Luka in his prime, a top 5 player in the league. Jordan didn't have that.
I'll give you a hypothetical. The Washington Wizards will not only make the playoffs if LeBron was there instead of Jordan. Just switching LeBron and Jordan and the 40-year-old LeBron versus the 38-year-old Jordan, they would have made the playoffs and got out of the first round. LeBron James.
Why didn't they make those playoffs in 2022 with a fucking younger LeBron?
Because they were all injured.
Oh man, see, you said injuries are part of the game.
What you mean? I'm not blaming Jordan's injuries.
Shut up, bro.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They got injured.
Man, they was not injured, bro. They was there to.
So wait, Willie. Why did you mention before Jordan got injured? Why didn't you just mention the entire season that Jordan played in 2002? Right. Why did you stop at before he got injured? Why was the injury now excluded? Explain that, sir.
First of all, if I want to act like a LeBron fan, I could say, the Wizards would have made it to the play-in. Can I not say that?
What play-in?
Can I say that? Hold up. Can I say that, sir?
They would have
No, you didn't.
No.
No, you didn't.
I don't talk because we didn't have that. They gave work. They started doing, LeBron, why do we need to play in? Nigga, you been living in the play-in.
What are you talking about? LeBron never needed to play in to make the playoffs. Never.
That's 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th seed is the play-in.
Supposed to play in the play-in.
7 and
And he
8
was always
seed.
7th seed.
7 and 8 seed is already in there. There's no play in 7 and 8 seed.
So that means Jordan could have been like Steph Curry in the play-in or John
No,
Morant.
he wasn't. Jordan wasn't never. Jordan was never the 7th or 8th seed.
Jordan
That's the
fans
point.
gonna sit here and argue a 40-year-old player.
So you want to give Jordan the play-in so he can make the playoffs because he couldn't make the playoffs because he couldn't be a top 8 seed.
No, he couldn't.
In fact,
Jordan missed the playoffs less than your boy. Your boy missed the playoffs way more, double the time than Jordan.
And he made the playoffs more. No, he didn't.
Kill that.
He made the playoffs.
Kill that.
He made the playoffs. No, he didn't. We fine. He made the playoffs more. He made the playoffs more.
Yeah, he made the playoffs. He played
dugout.
And
lost more.
Dugout. No dugout.
And lost more.
No, they didn't.
Willie, do you got anything else to say? You got anything else to say before we?
I just wanted to check Travis. Respect your elders. Jordan is an OG. That's why your GOAT wear his number. Nigga, he's respected around the league. Yo, let Jordan live. If he come to NBC, because y'all know how NBC, Jordan made that network. Now say he didn't. Just like he made Nike. He made that network.
That's a lie. He didn't. He didn't make the network. No, he didn't.
It
He made
sounds
that
like you
NBA basketball MVP.
are the
He made
toxic
that.
fan Jordan's talking about. Willie's the toxic fan Jordan's talking about. He's the toxic fan.
Don't call me names if you can't prove something.
Everybody's listening to what you're saying. You sound ridiculous.
He made the network.
Sound ridiculous. You are the toxic fan talking about.
How the hell did Michael Jordan made NBC?
That's hard.
that was great.
They got NBC got their contract way before the Bulls won the championship. So what
Hard to
sense
listen
did that
to.
That's why I said he's the toxic fan Jordan's talking about. He's the toxic fan.
Right. And that's why Twin Man, that's why he's coming back the second record straight on all his fans. He got to deliver so much either to these guys, not only to these fans out here, but to the Stephen A. Smiths, the Ron Parkers, the Skip Bayless. I'm telling you, man, he's about to either the hell out of these guys.
This is how delusional it got. I think Johnny was I forgot who he was talking to, but he asked the dude, he said, what if Jordan comes out and says, yeah, LeBron really to go to NBA? Would you believe him? He said no. He said no.
What?
Oh
my God. Hey, that's how you know they got no credibility, man.
Hold on, y'all. Wait, watch this. Hey, Willie. Is Michael Jordan responsible for the Bill Cosby show, the Seinfeld show, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air being a part of NBC?
I don't know. Fresh Prince was rocking Jordan, so was Martin. But what I did say was NBA on NBC.
Fresh Prince Jordan's
Jordan built that basketball channel. NBA on NBC.
Man,
Jordan built
did
that.
not, man. What are you talking about?
NBC started in the 90s.
Championship. What are you talking about, man?
NBC started in the 90s. It was CBS in the 80s. What are you talking to?
But what does it have to do with NBC? What does that have to do with NBC being on radio? Willie, that has nothing to do with it. The NBA benefited from the NBC. It was already a big market. They were not showing a bunch of NBA games on NBC. They were only showing games on Saturdays and Sundays. They were not showing a bunch of NBA games on NBA and NBC. So stop lying. I'm damn near your age. Stop lying. Let's let Blue Boat get his take so we get some other folks in here. But before I do that, shout out to Darnell Heights, who's a GOAT James Kingdom member supporting us for quite some time. He said here, Jordan fans don't like hypotheticals, but their whole argument for Jordan as the GOAT is hypothetical. Technically so.
Of course.
Craig, if you want to get up out of here, Craig, I know you be wanting to go, brother, because it's about to get real zesty. There's only one zesty after another coming up.
Willie really try to compare a 18-year-old teenager to Michael Jordan at 38.
He wouldn't compare LeBron at 22 and Jordan at 22. He didn't want to do that.
Did he not hear the original argument?
At all. He'd rather compare a guy out of high school to a 38-year-old Michael Jordan.
Did he not compare, like, the original argument wasn't have anything to do with Rookie LeBron? It was, would Jordan carry with Luka the Wizards to the finals, which is, he didn't address that. It's ridiculous take.
He don't do hypotheticals. He don't do hypotheticals. So let's let him go in because we got King Speech Roll waiting in the background as well. So let's let these guys get their take in. Go ahead, Blue Boat. Your mic is still kind of bad. You got some kind of like staticky.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but it's still staticky. But just go ahead and get your take in.
I'm gonna go ahead real quick, man. Like I said, man, some of these guys, they about to get awakened, man, because when you read that article you have with FYU and FYM share, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way it explains it, you about to come out here and be like, we need to stop pretending like these guys that are playing today are such bums. You know what I mean? It's like I said, the media and the fans have played a part in this so-called the league is soft shit. The league is no good and all that stuff. The league is unwatchable and all that stuff. And I think Mike is sitting there saying, you know what? I don't see that. I see the game evolving. I see these players evolve. I see these teams having to use more complex offenses, more complex defenses, utilizing the pick and roll more, utilizing the 2-3 zones, utilizing these exotic defenses. You know what I mean? You had him in the 90s, but not to this level. You know what I mean? Some, just Mike is gonna come out here and explain why they're idiots, basically. They're dumbasses, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And, you know, there's gonna be a lot of cats waiting, man. And that moment when he compliments LeBron, I want to see their reaction. Guys, the compliments of LeBron. I want to see their reaction. They about to be on suicide watch. They're about to be on suicide watch. They act like this guy. Oh, Michael Jordan don't fuck with LeBron. Michael Jordan think LeBron is above. He puts the bomb in his ass. But plenty of articles out here saying that Michael Jordan thinks LeBron, Kobe, Dirk Nowitzki, and Tim Duncan would thrive in the 90s. He literally said that. You know what I mean? So it's like these all these fake narratives you hear with these so-called YouTube content creators, these fake narratives in the media, they're all about to become even. They're all about to get even. Now it's about to be a stalemate. They gotta give these players the credit. They gotta give them their props. There's gonna be no choice because Mike's, their guy. Mike is like I said, it's coming from me who asked Mike is the GOAT. But at the same time, you gonna disagree with what he say because he passed the compliment to LeBron or somebody like Steph Curry. You gonna disagree with them. The guy you say is the best ever, right? You gonna disagree with this thing. Okay?
Oh, they will. They will.
I know they will.
They will.
They make up some excuse. They'll definitely make up some excuse. They'll definitely make up some excuse. It's crazy, man. It's like it's a whole bunch of these so-called casuals. They say they watched the game back then when they probably didn't even watch the game. And Michael Jordan say they all about to eat and all about to eat. Man, a lot of cats out here about to get fixed. Like,
yeah, man. All right, well, Blue Ball, you got to get your mic fixed. I don't know where you at, man. It's kind of like I said, it's real static. As soon as you start speaking, brother, it gets real bad, brother. But let's let King's Peace roll in, brother. But we heard what you're saying, man. We can't wait, bro. Again, they should be worrying about the playoffs instead of worrying about LeBron James and us and what we're talking about. But again, they have no life. That's just who they are. But let's let King's Peace roll in the building. Shout out to you, brother. What's good?
What's good, guys? What's good, panel? What's going on?
Nothing much, brother.
Y'all hear me well?
Yeah, we hear you good. You good.
All right, cool. So first I pulled up. King John said Knicks fans are not used to we were acting a fool because we're not used to getting the conference finals and things like that. Okay, so first of all, we've won a lot of championships with the Yankees. We've won a lot of championships with the Giants. Same fan base. Oh
my God. No, it's not.
Same fan base. We ain't never tear the city up the way y'all used to do in Chicago and LA every time the Lakers and Bulls used to win. All right. I seen y'all flip up. We out there having a party right now. That's what it is. We at the watch party. We got the Garden sold out when the Knicks was in Boston. So yes, it has been a long time coming. Knicks fans are thirsty. We're happy to be where we are. No one said, everybody said Celtics in 5, Celtics is going to jump right over us, blah, blah, blah. We won in 73 and Spike was here in 73. The captain was here in 73. Walt was here in 73. Anyway, so again, we are thirsty. Trust me, I've been waiting on this Knicks parade since I cut school in 96 to go to the Yankee parade. I said, I need one for my Knicks. I need one for my Knicks. All right. So, it is what it is. So as far as Jordan, okay, let's set the record straight on Jordan being an NBC star. Yes, Bill Cosby saved that network, and then you had Ted Danson and Cheers.
Saved.
You had
nothing was saved. It was the number one network in America.
No, CBS was number one.
No, they were not.
ABC had NBC.
The number one shows on TV, the top 10 shows, majority of them were on NBCs. The Seinfeld, especially when we get into the 90s. The Bill Cosby shows, like you said, Cheers, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All these shows are on NBC, sir. What show was on CBS that you're going to say was the top show? What, the Golden Girls?
No, the Golden Girls was on. The Golden Girls was on NBC first. But anyway.
Golden Hose. Yeah.
Look, I didn't even get the Golden Girls.
Golden Girls did well, bro. Y'all watched.
But what was on CBS?
The NBA.
The NBA, and mind you, the NBA on NBC was only popular because they were showing games on Saturday, and they were finally airing the finals.
Okay, but here's the thing, though, sir. We all know the sports content started blowing up as the NBC got popular. Now, obviously, football was king, right? Football was king. NBC didn't have football at the time. All right, so Jordan had to rival that. And again, he got $30 million. He's the first guy to get $30 million when nobody else is getting 20. So if you're telling me he's not a star, if they're paying him $40 million a year to be for a part-time job, probably this guy's going to get like $500,000.
Wait. Where did you find out how much they paying Michael Jordan to be on NBC?
40 million. 40 million.
40 bill. That's what
I didn't hear no numbers.
Okay.
Google is free.
If it ain't $40 million, hit me up and tell me I told you so. But I guarantee you, he's getting just as much as Tom Brady is.
Maybe that's why
Tom Brady, $3 million more.
Maybe that's why basketball took off with NBC, because CBS was definitely not going to take off no football games for no damn NBA games. I'll tell you that much.
God, y'all can't tell me that Jordan wasn't a TV star. Y'all can't tell me that. When Jordan was a rookie, as
a player, when you tell me Jordan's interesting, you really think talking to Michael Jordan is interesting? What has Michael Jordan ever said that's interesting?
Okay, so we're going back to him
play. Yes.
In the last
look, everybody says Brady. I didn't watch much football. Everybody said Brady is boring, but the fact that he's Tom Brady, they're giving him that money, right?
Nobody's watching football.
During his playing career, Jordan was must-see TV. Remember the phrase "must-see TV."
Jordan's not doing color commentary. That's what Tom Brady does.
Again, he's coming in and do part-time work, and guess what? Every word he says is going to hit every news cycle, and you guys know it. Matter of fact, we're making shows talking about it, and we don't even know what he's doing yet. Is that not true?
You don't know what he's doing yet, but you acting like it's going to be the greatest thing in the world.
I didn't say that. I said, look, they're giving him 40, whatever it is, they're giving him $40 million to do it. And I guarantee you, that man might say 20 words, and those 20 words are going to be dissected and trust me. You understand what I'm saying? Look, LeBron don't do many interviews, right? How much did the Pat McAfee interview blow up? That hit the news cycle for 2 weeks, right? LeBron don't do a lot of interviews. Now he does mind the game, and everything he says on mind the game now gets chopped up.
Interesting, because he could talk, he could speak the game. When Michael Jordan, all he does is lie.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so y'all said all he does is lie. Yeah, y'all said he's setting the Zesty Jeffrey. So which one is it?
He lied about Jerry Krause. He lied. All he does is lie. All he does is lie.
So and you read Malcolm X book. Why y'all want him to set the Zesty Jeffrey straight?
Malcolm X is way much more credible than Michael Jordan in life. That's facts. Because Michael Jordan's own book says that he has a 48-inch vertical. Even Michael Jordan didn't believe it was in his book. They had to remind him that it's in your book. He said, "Well, whatever's in the book," because that means Michael Jordan wasn't even writing his own books.
Of course he wasn't.
Of course, how dare you disrespect Malcolm X for the sake of a fucking Michael Jordan? That's what I'm saying. That's what makes you so zesty. What does Malcolm X
didn't read that book?
How do you know LeBron read? What do you know when LeBron read or not read?
If you read a book, you could say a phrase. You could remember a sentence. He couldn't say nothing. He was a good man. Get the man.
Who is out here worried about what LeBron James thinks of the autobiography of Malcolm X?
Talking about lying.
Zesty Jeffrey. That's what I'm saying. Like
LeBron James, I don't flop. LeBron James, I don't flop. Major lie.
He don't flop. Flopping would mean he got a foul for a call that never happened.
I'm at the bottom 10th of free throws.
Go show me. He is at the bottom tier for the players who take as much shots as he takes. He takes the least amount of free throws. You want to go look up the numbers and go see it?
Oh, because he takes a lot of shots now. His free throw, this makes no sense, bro.
Wait, bro. You're telling me a high volume shooter doesn't draw more fouls?
Oh, I thought LeBron is not a high volume shooter. Another lie.
Who said he wasn't a high volume shooter? Who said that?
Bro, half your Facebook group says that. He's past first.
No, right? He's not Michael Jordan taking 23 shots per game. Nigga, don't get mad because he's not Mike. Because he's not taking 23 shots.
He takes 19 instead of 23.
So that's a big fucking difference. Okay, and that's a big difference because if you take 15 to 19, you're not considered a high volume shooter. So imagine if you're taking
But you know
23 to
LeBron
19.
takes more free throws, right?
Bro, you gotta let me speak. No, he doesn't, bro. He doesn't. Michael Jordan in his fucking prime was taking 10, 12 free throws per game, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
How many shots LeBron averaged in the 2015 finals?
LeBron James take less than 20 shots per game for his NBA career.
He
That's
averaged
fact.
32 shots. He averaged 32 shots.
Stick to the fucking conversation. Stick
Come
to
on,
the conversation.
Johnny.
No, y'all are jumping all over the place.
Okay,
Stick to the fucking conversation.
Here's one fact that's gonna set this free throw stuff. LeBron has missed almost 2,000 more free throws than Michael Jordan has.
No, motherfucker. You brought up flopping, which means if LeBron's flopping, we wouldn't be arguing about his free throws. Meaning he's getting to the line.
Compilation videos everywhere.
That means he's not flopping. He's not getting calls. What are you flopping means? You're getting a call for something that never happened. He's not getting
flopping
that.
means you're selling the call. Like WWE.
If you're not getting a
Then you're
call,
selling
what are you-
contact to make
If
it
you're
look
not
like it hurt more
getting
than it
the
did.
call, what are you selling?
He know he's flopper. Everybody know that.
Bro, the dude lays on the court for 2 straight.
You got a lot to say, but you can't answer my fucking question. I'm gonna ask it again. What are you selling if the call is not being made?
He can't shoot free throws anyway,
You're
so it
selling
don't matter.
incidental contact. That's not. You really believe running into the back of Dante DiVincenzo would knock LeBron back?
Because when I start telling you what I believe, you start running. I'm going to ask you again now. You just said now incidental contact. Does that incidental contact lead to an actual foul call?
Roller man.
Well, to a trained referee, no. But the point is, you have not stopped the fact that he's not flopping.
So let's continue. Has LeBron James been fined for flopping?
Yeah. Of course, because the rule don't apply to him. We all know that.
Yes.
LeBron James will literally grab an official, whereas Rasheed Wallace could have looked at an official and got a goddamn technical. Let's keep it real.
They're not keeping it real.
This panel agreed that LeBron flops, Reggie Miller flops, Jalen Brunson flops.
Now the rules don't apply to LeBron, but all the rules apply to Michael, right? All the rules apply to Kobe, right? For some reason, the
Okay,
NBA
can I answer that? Can I answer that?
No, there's no answer to that because you're gonna lie.
No, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth.
You can't answer that. Was the rules changed for Jordan?
Of course. So I'm gonna tell the truth because I've seen Jordan. Hold on, I've seen Jordan.
I don't tell me what you seen. You didn't see shit. Again, was the rules changed for Kobe?
Nigga said you ain't see
Yes
shit.
or no? Yes or no answers, brother. That is very
Kobe, yes, I see Kobe
Okay, yes.
elbow
Okay,
Mike
okay,
Bibby in the
that's
face,
fine.
and Mike
Okay,
Bibby
that's
got called foul.
Okay, that's great. Now that you admit it,
So I can admit that they changed it for superstars.
now that you admitted that the league has these special rules for all superstars, why are you holding LeBron to a different standard?
Because you know what the start of the conversation is? LeBron lying on Pat McAfee show saying, I don't flop.
He don't.
Okay. So now what can we do, guys? What can we do?
What can
I've
we
seen
do?
this guy lay on the floor for
and
three.
say LeBron is the greatest player I ever fucking seen in my life, and I like to make shit up because I can't accept that he's the greatest player I've ever seen in my life.
The conversation is about lying. A liar.
You know, you
He does not lie. I don't flop. If I flop, I get
So
calls.
LeBron is like honest Abe Lincoln. That's what you're telling me.
I'm telling you,
LeBron is like Jesus in the Bible. Never told one fib.
When he has LeBron James number 8, but his criteria has him number 1.
Oh,
and you're
now
talking about lying.
all we're saying is the guy lies. Look, we all lie. We all lie.
don't though.
None of us are perfect.
You sound like Gil.
Not one of us.
Gil Arena.
I mean, because Johnny thought that I was going to lie about Jordan. I've seen Jordan throw Reggie Miller into the crowd by his face, and Reggie
Speak for
Miller got
yourself, King's
ejected.
Speech. I'm
So
perfect.
I know they did. They protected Jordan.
So Jordan.
I see Jordan take Reggie Miller by the face and throw him into the crowd, and Reggie Miller got ejected.
Jordan flops as well. And let's continue because I don't want to hear no more Zesty Jeffrey logic today. I'm not here for this bullshit. Stop coming here with that bullshit, bro. That's some bullshit. Jordan flops. Let's let Mingo Jester get his take in. Mingo Jester, who you want to see in the NBA Finals? Who you think will be the best NBA Finals representative?
Oh, Lord. God damn it. Oh, well, I actually would like to see the Timberwolves and the Pacers in the NBA Finals. Timberwolves, Pacers. That's my pick right there. Timberwolves, Pacers. Because Timberwolves, that'll be their second chance. That'll be their second time going to the finals since 2000. So that's 25 years. So in 25 years, we got the Pacers again, and now we got the Timberwolves. When the last time the Timberwolves been to the finals? I don't even remember. But yeah, I think that'll be. Huh? What happened?
I don't think the Timberwolves ever been to the finals, man.
Well, this would be their first time, and I would love that. That would be great. That would be great. I think that'd be a good final. Tyrese Halliburton versus Ant-Man. I think that'd be good. I think that'd be good because you can't let the New York Knicks fan. You can't let the Knicks go to the final. Lord have mercy. We're gonna hear that for the Knicks.
Why not? Why not? Know how to act.
I just told you why. We're gonna hear that for the next 10 to 20 years. Y'all crazy. Something wrong with y'all.
So y'all need to keep the Knicks under y'all foot. That's what it is. But it's all good.
Bro, ain't no keeping them Knicks under
it
nowhere.
now.
Bro, y'all can do any little small thing, and y'all be acting like y'all got 10 championships hanging up there in the rafters.
But you know why? Because we're a real fan base. We're an actual real fan base.
Down. Relax.
Y'all hate that. We're a fan base like a football fan base. Even Kevin Garnett said it's like Man U over
y'all
over
weird
over
is what y'all is. Knicks fans, they do too much. Ain't nobody got time to be a fall. Y'all
I
ain't
know
getting that.
because we're not damn what you see. You guys like players. We love the Knicks. We love the orange and blue. That's just how we roll.
And that's all well and good. But y'all ain't been to a final since 1999.
Okay,
That's
it sounds like
right
you're
there.
from Georgia, right? When the last time the Hawks did anything?
Everybody playing great in the Garden. That's what the Knicks fans do. They root for every great player playing great in New York.
And that was Jalen
They
Brunson.
respect basketball.
King John. That Jalen Brunson is the guy playing great in New York.
Huh?
Now
Knicks
it's Jalen
fans are
Brunson.
just weird, man. That's all I say. Knicks fans are just weird.
Nah, we passionate, bro. Y'all, what kills me, y'all all got football teams that y'all passionate about that ain't done shit in 30 years too. But y'all root for them like a mug. I know how Georgia boys root for the Dirty Birds. What have the Dirty Birds done other than blow the Super Bowl?
But you gotta understand something though. But wait a minute though, you gotta understand something though. People don't walk around talking about the Falcons like
Yes,
the
they do.
Cowboys
Oh, yes, they
whoever.
do. Yes, they
Teams
do.
that don't win Super Bowls. Like I may talk trash, but teams that won Super Bowls like the Patriots, the 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys, like teams like that, you can't really compete with those teams because they actually got Super Bowls.
But you know why we'll talk to those fans like that? Because we know that those Laker fans, we know. Look, D-Lee, I think you're a real Laker fan. You proved it, right? There's not too many. There's a lot of people that come on board when they get good. There wasn't a lot of Laker fans when they were rebuilding with the injured Kobe that was rocking their Lakers colors proudly. When LeBron came on, now here they come. A lot of these guys got hangers
Wait a minute, go back. Hold on, go back.
Go ahead.
I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. See, now you're talking to the right person.
But you're not
I'm
a Laker
Kobe Bryant fan. I was
you a
riding
Laker
with
fan?
Kobe. No, because you said through the Kobe rebuild. You called Kobe's name. You said through the Kobe rebuild. Did you not say that?
Yes,
we know you're a fan of.
I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. So I was riding with the Lakers through the ups, the downs, the arounds, the unders, the whatever. I was right there.
Man, Brian Cook years.
Yes, I was right there. Yes, I was right there. Yes, I was.
Okay, so then that's what Knicks fans do. Because we rock
I was right there.
Landry Fields and motherfucking Kyle O'Quinn and we had Luke Cornett. One guy was showing Luke Cornett was in our starting lineup with Lance Thomas and goddamn TJ Atkinson. Okay, that's what Knicks fans do. They ride through. So yes, when the Knicks get a little bit of success, we are 30 million deep.
Knicks fans is a different level, though, bro. You know that. But the Lakers have won championships, though, my boy.
Okay,
that's
fine.
To
And the
get
two
you to understand.
championships we won was over the Lakers.
The Lakers have won
we got
championships.
Spike Lee to tell us about it. We got Walt Clyde Frazier to tell us about them championship teams.
Okay, and that's all well and good. But the Lakers got 17
The
championships.
disrespect right now is insane. Now we don't know how to act.
Fuck the Knicks.
Now
It's all
Knicks
about the
fans don't know
Pacers.
how to act. Really?
They don't. They don't. You know they don't. You know they
Hold
don't.
up.
us to be
Knicks
second
fans,
class citizens, and
Knicks
we
fans
not.
win a game.
But
You
you
think
know
they
they
won a
don't know how.
name? You
I
think they
need, I
won
need an
a
example of us
final, NBA
acting
final?
up.
Y'all
One
beat
mic,
up a
Boris.
guy with
I
a
need
Pacers
examples
jersey
of
on
us
the other
acting
day.
up.
Y'all beat up a guy with a Pacers jersey on the other day. That's what
Okay,
y'all
now you
want
know.
to
Okay,
act.
Okay, King
why are
John,
we
you know
acting?
full
Hold on,
well
but hold on,
him
hold on.
coming
I
over there
can't let.
with the
I'm not gonna let that
Tyrese
slide
Halliburton
because
jersey
we're
was
not gonna
dumb as
act like
hell.
Knicks fans are the only people who be doing that. Stop acting
And
like
they hit
stop
him with
acting like
pillows.
stop
King
acting like
John,
you
they
can go
hit
to the
him with
Raiders. Stop acting like you're going to go into the rivalry with the Raiders and wear that jersey in there and somebody ain't gonna beat your ass. Stop acting like Baltimore fans who be beating up the Pittsburgh fans. Please don't do that. Don't do that.
They got a jail at the Eagle Stadium.
Thank you. Come on now.
Yeah, don't do that.
We
Hilarious.
run like a football
basketball
fan
here.
base. There's not too many that in the NBA.
Hey,
And
Mickey
y'all
Jess,
don't like
talk
y'all
It's
don't
really not.
understand that.
Knicks fans
basketball
are
here.
loyal. Knicks
Hey,
fans
Mickey
don't.
Jess, you know the
Knicks
thing
fans
said
don't
one
jump ship
basketball
just
team,
because
right?
the team ain't good.
Mickey Jess, you see that
Knicks
they say
fans
one
don't jump
basketball
ship.
team,
We
right?
stay with our team.
Damn right.
And
You
that's
better
it.
switch
Like,
teams.
if
King John,
anything,
you
I
said what?
admire it because I admire Laker fans.
You hear about their fan bases? They keep saying the bad fan bases. They didn't say one basketball team. They said a bunch of football teams.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't
they
say
did.
one
He
basketball
did.
team.
But King
He
John, I
did.
said we like a football
He
fan
did.
base. We are one of the few NBA fan
He
bases that
did.
are
He did.
football
He
loyal.
did. He did.
So wait,
They ain't
Mingle,
said
you're
one
you're
basketball
basically
team.
the
Y'all
biggest
big
Kobe
fans. Y'all
jock
beat up a
writer of
guy
all
with
time, right?
a
Hey,
Pacers
that's my
jersey.
guy, man. What can I say? That's my guy.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
I mean, what can
Everybody
I
got
say?
their guy. Everybody like what they like. You got
Just like
LeBron
y'all like
fans,
LeBron.
Jordan
Y'all
fans.
LeBron fans.
My
Y'all
man,
Ain't
Jordan
nothing,
my
ain't
fans.
nothing
first
wrong
Y'all
with
team
who
I
you
ever
Kobe
like.
watched
fans.
play
Hey,
basketball were the Lakers.
I just so happen
Now, I
to be a
should be a
Kobe guy.
Laker fan.
Ain't nothing
And
wrong with
Magic
who
is
you
my
think is
favorite
the
player of all
greatest.
time. But he's my favorite
Wait a
player.
minute. He
I
is. Hold
differentiate
on.
that from my
Wait.
favorite team.
Hold on.
I think James
I don't
Worthy is the
think Kobe
greatest
the
of all
greatest.
time.
I think Kobe's great. I don't think he's the greatest. You know who I got
No, I'm
to go.
saying everybody likes who they like. It doesn't matter who you. Everybody has a favorite player, a
Oh
favorite
yeah, Kobe
team.
my favorite player now. Jordan is
James
the GOAT,
Worthy
but
is the
Kobe my
GOAT.
favorite player.
Yeah, Jordan is. Oh, consensus go all across the world. Of course, he's the consensus. But you know, LeBron fans got. You know, he got his fans. They speak up for him. But what Walter Payton say? If you're great at something, or if you're good at something, I'll
People
tell
will
you.
tell you.
If you're great at something, they'll tell you. That's
Yeah.
Jordan. We talk for Jordan. LeBron talk for himself.
I got that confidence. That's a lot of people look at that as
That's why you're
confidence.
gonna be mad when Jordan tells you that he couldn't do half the things LeBron did. That's gonna get you upset when he tells
Jordan
you
gonna
that.
also tell you he ain't have to do all that. Just get the bucket and get the win. That's what he
What you
gonna
mean,
tell you. It's all about winning, baby.
It's not all about winning because he doesn't have the most
It's
wins.
all about winning. Jordan only played to win. He'll battle you in anything off the court, golfing, anything. He just want to win, baby.
That's why
He
he
ain't
quit 2
concerned with
times.
all. He can
That's
shoot
why,
1 for
that's why,
20 as long
that's
as
why
he
he
won.
quit twice.
So that
That's
means
why
he
he
came
quit 2
back to
times.
Washington to win, right?
Exactly.
He came back to Washington to play, to win, to play basketball, to be an owner, all kind of shit.
I've never heard. Listen, stop lying.
Y'all love that Washington.
Stop lying. Stop lying. I've never heard anybody
All right,
owning a basketball
well,
team. I've
Jordan
never
was
heard
losing on the Wizards.
I never heard anybody owning a basketball team by dribbling a basketball. Never in my life I've ever heard somebody became an owner of a basketball team because they were dribbling a basketball for 2 NBA seasons. So that's a false narrative. Jordan went back to play to win a championship. He went back to
Okay,
still
you're right.
and win
You
championships.
know everything.
And he chose. Of course I know. I know more than you.
You damn sure don't.
I do know
You
more.
know not to step in my league. You
I'm
just
here now.
entertaining.
No, I'm far more than entertaining. I'm educated. as well.
You safe right there. You don't know a damn
I'm safe
thing.
what? I do know safe. I know Michael
You don't
Jordan
know a goddamn thing.
because he couldn't win. He even said it. Why would I try to re-over? Because he can't win without a winning championship.
How many
team.
did he win? How many did he win, Johnny?
6.
All right, then shut the fuck up.
And how many of that is less than the most?
How many of that is in the modern era? Because y'all, how many times you say we didn't watch?
They the same people
Jordan,
that spent the
Jordan,
60s.
Jordan did not
Remember, I'm telling you,
Jordan got 0 in the modern era.
Jordan did not.
See, but I don't know.
Jordan did
Y'all
Jordan did not win in the modern era. Let's continue with me and Willie, please. Jordan didn't win in the modern NBA. Continue.
Man, Johnny, what you say ain't word, bro. Nobody, yo.
Again, it's not what I say, sir. By definition, modern is in the 21st century. Anything that's in the 1900s is not considered modern. If 1995 to 1965 makes 1965 not modern, that means 1995 to 2025 makes the 90s not modern.
Johnny, you know Al Capone died before Jordan was born. So when you say 1900s, like Al Capone was in the 1900s. Jordan was in the modern era.
Sir, 1996 is in the 1900s. It was 29 years ago. That is not modern.
So I graduated high school in the 1900s.
Yes.
In real life, you did. In real life, you did.
Yes, you did, sir. In the 1900s, sir. That's what you did.
Only in real life, you did.
In the 1900s.
We had the internet in the 1900s. You know that, right?
Yes. The internet is over.
Google was founded in 99, 98. That was in the 1900s.
That's the 1900s. Yes, sir. Yes.
We don't use dial-up.
So
yes.
We don't use dial-up no more, bro.
Exactly.
Somebody get this dude access to Google.
GBC, what's the modern era of basketball? Y'all smart. Go ask Chat GBC.
2010?
Go ask Chat GBC. When did the modern NBA start? How about that? Since you know everything.
Chat GPT.
Yeah, let's use Chat GPT to settle this
Yeah,
debate.
go ask them. When did the modern NBA start? Since Goat James Kingdom know every fucking thing.
He said the modern era.
The modern era of NBA.
I thought the modern era was anything after the merger.
It's
That's fair to
written.
me. That's fair to me. That'd be 76, right?
I mean, that's what I thought. Maybe I don't know what the definition of modern era is, but I thought it was, anything after the merger.
We got to hear the question.
GPT?
Relating to the present or recent time opposed to the remote past in the pace of modern life. Similar words: present day, contemporary, present time, present, current, 21st century, later day, recent, latest. Again, the 21st century is modern time.
He didn't ask the question.
Listen again. I am
defining the word modern.
Here we go. Mingle Jester.
Yeah.
If 1965 was not modern in 1995, how is 1995 modern to 2025?
Cass was still rocking the Beatles in 95, bro.
Wait, hold on. Say that
the
again.
Beatles will sell out anything in
If
95.
1965 and 1995 was considered non-modern, meaning that no one in 1995 looked at the year of 1965 and said that is modern times. So if 1965 is not modern in 1995, how is 1995 modern to 2025?
Again, like I said before, I ain't up here to argue.
There's a 30-year difference between both.
Yeah, but only thing I'm saying is that I just thought it was after the merger. Most people consider the modern NBA after the NBA merger, and that's all I say. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, because you're still living in the 1900s. When you lived in 1998,
Well, you know who's living in the 1900s though too?
You would call that
NBC?
modern era. Again, NBC isn't today, so that's why they got Peacock. You're gonna have to watch games on stream. There was no streaming in 1996.
Cool.
Okay,
And they're gonna play a ancient guy $40 million to say 20 words.
bro, that's who they hired. In 1996, they paid ancient guys that played in the 60s to talk basketball in the 90s, like Wilt Chamberlain. Okay. So then again, if you didn't consider the 60s to be modern basketball to the 90s, there is no way the 90s is modern basketball to 2025 basketball.
Is that the argument they really trying to make right now?
You guys are so big hypocrites.
I've been on mute.
All y'all are hypocrites.
Hold on. I was on mute. Is that the argument they really trying to make right now? I was handling something.
Yes.
Are they really trying to see the 1990s basketball is considered modern to today?
Oh,
Yes.
ChatGPT said it started in 2003. Mighty convenient. Jesus Christ.
It's not convenient. It's 20 something years. You can't go any further than that.
He retired and he came in. That's the cutoff point. Got you.
The same way in 1996, the cutoff point was 1976. Why can't it be 20 years from today?
2003? Hold on. Why 2003?
Because that's what modern fits. It has to be close. It has to be within 20 years or so, bro. It can't be past
that's
25,
22
30 years.
Well, that's
what I'm
22.
saying. It can't be 25 years plus, brother. That's the whole point. That's a
But
quarter
that's
of a
22.
century, my friend. That's a quarter of
Why
a
not-
century.
then why not
25
05?
years.
But then why not 05?
You motherfuckers wasted 20 years of your life. The entire 2010s have been wasted of your life as a basketball fan because you guys are that dense at thinking. Like, it doesn't make sense. 20 years of your life has gone by, and you guys have not compiled enough information to update your life and progress with that. That's why Jordan's going to NBC, so he can tell you to progress, move forward like the game has moved forward in the last 25, 30 years.
Here's the thing, though. I think we all kind of have. I think we all kind of
No,
have.
y'all
You guys
really
spend
haven't.
more time talking about the 90s than we do.
Yes, we can talk about the
When
way
we
we want to talk about it. Nobody said we can't talk about it. What we're telling you is stop telling us lies about it. We tell you the truth about it.
Well,
stop
here's
lying about it.
one lie. Here's one lie that everybody in the 90s were plumbers and firemen.
You never hear us say that here,
Nobody-
Go James Kingdom. Take that shit to another channel.
Nobody says that about the 90s.
But do y'all kill that? Do y'all kill that narrative?
Nobody.
We
We
kill-
can- no,
we
we
kill
sit
the
together,
narrative.
right?
Oh wait.
There's a narrative to kill when we don't talk about it. The NBA in the 90s is not as skilled as the 2020 is as skilled as 2025.
But are they
That is the
plumbers?
narrative.
Or are they
That's it.
plumbers in
What
whatever?
are you talking about?
We're
Nobody
not
ever
bringing
said
up.
that.
Nobody said anything
Okay,
about
good.
plumbers here.
So
Nobody said that.
then that's something we can agree on. See, I love to come to a common ground and then we can move
You
forward.
just made something
So they
up.
were
Can
skilled
you
players,
back that
right?
up? Coming on to what? We were forward for what? We didn't ask that conversation. We don't want to have that conversation about plumbers. How are you going from there from just the idea that the 1900s is not modern? That's just the facts. Just face it. It's old. It's not
You guys
new.
act like y'all don't rock with Mike Dion Peak and these dumbass channels we done with the 90s that say the same thing and have
We
all
are
the
done with
comments.
the 90s. We are done with the 90s.
Y'all
We
done
are
with the 90s.
done.
Okay, well, let
Done with the 90s. Jordan big trash. We calling him Jordan Cougar now. He ain't got no left hand. Garbage. What's happening?
Now stick to that, motherfucker. Jordan didn't have a left hand. Let's not talk about plumbers. Let's talk about Jordan not having a left hand.
That's a
Oh,
lie
you know
too.
that
That's
you know
another
Mike
lie.
Pete got washed on that, right? He
No, he
got
didn't.
washed
Yes,
on
he
that when
did.
they
That's a
showed the
lie.
left
No, he
hand
didn't.
Michael
No, he
Jordan
didn't.
compilation, right?
Go watch
you
Kenny
saw
the
that
Jet
left
Smith
hand
break that
lie.
down.
That is
Hey,
a
y'all need to go
lie.
watch Kenny the Jet Smith break that down.
Again.
Guess
The
what?
man has over a year worth of content showing you Jordan cannot use his left hand effectively.
And
Not
then we
highlights.
got a
Him
year worth of
actually
content
showing.
showing he
No,
could
you
use his
don't.
left hand.
No, you
See, this
don't.
is what
You
we're
have
talking about.
no, you don't. You have a 2-minute video of Jordan going left and finishing with his right in the majority of those.
Oh
You
my
have
God.
you have the highlight clips of him going right and finishing with his left hand underneath the basket. You do not have Michael Jordan
Oh, so
exploiting
he
and
went
using
right
his
and
left
finished
hand.
left. Did
Again,
he go left and finish right or left?
I want to get back
right
to
and
the
finish
He
argument
left?
went
that
right.
Nick fans don't
He
know how
went
to act.
right. He went right. He went right. You know what? Let's get back to that. And I always tell y'all here in GOAT James Kingdom, what we do here is exploit and destroy and expose Zesty Jeffrey logics, and we
Well,
bring
I'm
them
about
to
to
the
exploit and destroy this
Zest-
logic that Nick fans don't know how to act. That's what I'm about to exploit.
Y'all don't know how to act, and we're gonna let y'all know anytime you Zesty Jeffrey show up, you
You're
get put
right.
in this
We
fucking
all like
cemetery.
DM.
Welcome to Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery, where we have identified, marked, and cataloged all Zesty Jeffreys for their final resting spot. No longer will you hear Zesty Jeffrey logic like 6-0 and the toughest era ever. This is where all of that ends, right here at Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery. Subscribe to the GOAT James Kingdom channel and also check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership.
MJ was a fucking nightmare when he went left. You motherfucking right about that. Here in GOAT
Axe
James Kingdom,
Magic.
We talked that.
He was a nightmare to his opponents.
Y'all need
X
to go look at
Magic.
that interview with Kennedy Jet Smith when he was talking about Jordan going left. Go look at that.
Go look at the interview when Kenny Smith and Jordan
Yo,
had
shout out to Ross
Exactly.
Strickland, because that's who I really want to put over. Ross Strickland was a
It's
beast.
everywhere, bro. You go from left field to right field, center. It's like
I can't talk about Ross Strickland. He cooked
I want
Jordan.
to
Y'all
talk
should
about
love
the
that, man.
NBA. We started
Ross
talking
Strickland
about
used
the
to cook
NBA playoffs.
cook the hell out of Jordan.
You can't help but talk about LeBron. Just like we was talking about the playoffs, but you
I left LeBron alone since we agreed that he flops.
But this is my thing though. Hold on, but this is my thing though. I don't even think the 90s is the best era. I got the 2000s that's the best era. So when people be talking about the 90s and all that, I think the 90s were cool, but the 2000s they got the most talent. It's the greatest era to ever be played of basketball, in my opinion.
Everybody's gonna think their own era is the best era, honestly.
Yeah, of course.
That's false. That's false. I'm older.
I think the '90s music. I think Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie. I think the Cosby Show, Martin Lawrence,
But that's
Michael
ancient, though.
Jackson, Prince. I think we Bo Jackson. I think we got mad like crazy shit out the '90s, bro. Bill Clinton. I think we got it all. That's when most of the millionaire black people started making millions.
That's what the baby boomers said about the 60s, and that's why we say you Jesse Jefferson.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They wasn't making millions in the '60s. I'm sorry.
They were
I'm
making
sorry. That was all Army. Everybody was in the armed services. Learn your history. That's why I said you don't know nothing.
Let's not learn your history. Everybody was in the armed service, but they were in the armed service.
Everybody was in Vietnam. Go ahead. You don't know nothing. Learn your history.
Everybody was in Vietnam. Yeah, sure, you're right.
Not everybody, but most black men was in Vietnam. A lot of people was in the services.
Yeah. Nobody asked you for your
What is he talking about? He don't know nothing.
That bullshit. Nobody want to hear that bullshit about no 90s, living in the 90s.
Yo, when I listen to Outkast or Criminal, I'm listening to ancient music.
That is old. That is ancient old music. If you find my
And it
18
still bangs.
and it doesn't resonate with somebody who was born in 2007.
And until I mean,
that problem. Just the other day, I saw a video where a guy was asking a bunch of children that were born in 2007 and such if they knew what did Wu-Tang tell you to protect. They didn't know it.
But you know what they did? You know what they did? What they had on
Protect your
their
neck.
feet? But you know what they
They
had on
don't
their
know
feet?
that. They don't know that. They don't know
But
that.
you know what they had on their feet? Jump man, jump man, jump man.
Yes, and they don't know nothing about Michael Jordan. They know nothing about Michael Jordan.
But they didn't know about Wu-Tang protecting your neck, but they did it with some Jordans on.
They don't know nothing about Michael Jordan's career. They don't know nothing about Michael
Everybody wear Jordan. Even A. Johnny wear Jordan.
I don't wear
Everybody
Jordan.
wear Jordan. Even A. Johnny wear Jordan.
I do not wear Jordan, sir. I'm sorry. I do not wear Jordan.
Hilarious.
I don't wear J's at all. In fact, I was wearing some LeBron 21s just the other day, but that I just bought.
No.
For my
LeBron got
son.
some of the
They
ugliest
have
shoes
for
ever.
Marshall special, right?
Huh?
The buy one get one at Marshall's, right?
No,
Yeah. LeBron got some of the ugliest shoes ever. I got
I almost copped some 3s or some 2s that was at Marshall the other day, but they didn't have no laces. So I said, "Oh yeah, I'm not fucking with these."
Of course.
Yeah.
So you know the
LeBron-
skateboarders going to
Hey.
return something.
Hey, y'all seen them shoes that LeBron just came out when he collaborated with Deion? Boy, them some ugly shoes. I was like, what the heck, bro? Come on, man. What are we doing? I was like, come on now, bro. What we doing now, really? I'm like, what we doing? Y'all know these shoes ugly. Hey, King John, Craig, y'all know them shoes ugly, bro. Come on now. Y'all know those shoes ugly.
How can Deion shoes be ugly? Deion shoes are always
Not
ugly.
I say when he collab with Bron, that is not a good fit. That's not a good
Deion
fit.
shoes, though.
That's not a good fit. They shouldn't have did that. They should have left that where it was. I was like, oh no.
It's funny though,
LeBron
especially
was
with all
just
these
paying
young
respect to
bucks.
Bron.
And my old lady gonna
Young bucks can make money just reacting to old school shit. It's all good though. Make your money.
and my old lady gonna ask me, am I getting them? What you think?
No, I don't
That's nasty.
never get no sneakers for no reason at all. That's definitely something I would do.
It's zesty.
Hell yeah.
T-Perfect. So you getting them Deion LeBron T-Perfect?
Huh?
You getting them Deion LeBron?
Hell no,
Oh,
nobody
Gion
wear
an
that.
ancient history too.
Nigga
He
Jess,
got
you
real
getting them
quiet,
Jordan,
y'all.
you
He
getting
got
them
real
Jordan
quiet.
2s? Nigga Jess, you getting them Jordan 2s?
Nah, I'm getting the fours that's coming out on the
They
24th
ugly.
though.
They ugly as hell. You know, most people don't even know what the Jordan 2s look like.
And not only
I do
that,
know what those dudes look like.
what about the 16s, the 17s, the 18s, the
Yes. They
19s,
don't
the
even know what
20s?
those shoes look like.
Don't even know what those shoes look like. They don't
They
even dare to
ugly.
ever step into
They
those.
ugly. They ugly.
Yo,
That's
Mingo,
why.
are you getting the Dr. Scholl's? The
The
fours?
doctor, man, come on, man. You play too much.
Yo, I'm rocking the Cooper Flag New Balance. That's what I'm rocking.
There you go.
Hey,
I'm
do
rocking
y'all
the
think
Dirk
it'll ever
Nowitzki
be
Futus.
another NBA player that has a brand on major sports uniforms?
No.
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy, okay.
Maybe LeBron.
That's close
LeBron,
to
I guess,
Travis.
if he retire.
Shout out to Burlington.
LeBron probably would.
Yeah, LeBron might get it after he retire. After he
Definitely.
retire and all that, he probably would.
Definitely shout out to Burlington. I shop at Burlington still to this day.
No doubt. I used to work
Burlington's
for
nice.
Hell
Johnny
yeah,
went to
Burlington, TJ Maxx, all that.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
still
be
get there.
surprised if
Payless.
Kobe. I wouldn't be surprised if Kobe
I
gets
said
on.
Payless. Come on, man.
Payless is gone, man. That's ancient
Payless don't.
history.
Yeah, they don't. That's
Payless
again.
is
That's
ancient history.
that.
That's the
That again.
1900s.
That's and exactly. That's 1900. Let you know how
Al
we not in
Capone used
modern
to
era.
shop at Payless.
No more Kmart's. No more Paylesses. All that shit's out the door, bro. Ain't nobody doing that shit. We can't even go to a mall no
Don't even
more.
know what Payless is. There are kids who don't know what Payless is.
Lucky Luciano rock Jordans, you know.
Yeah, luckily the world is shit, so we know what that is.
That's again. Y'all want to live in that era. It's y'all problem, man. Y'all don't want to grow up. Y'all again. Y'all
Kids wear that, Johnny. Kids
That's
wear it.
That's a little crazy, man. A
20
lot
years
happened
ago,
in the
you wasted
1900s.
You wasted
Let me
20 years
correct,
of your life. A
Peter,
lot
let
happened
me
in the
correct-
2000s and the 2010s. That's the point. A
Let me
lot of
correct
shit
Peter back
happened.
to you real fast. Peter, I
Go
don't
ahead.
hoop, I don't
Go
hoop
ahead.
in rugged outbacks. I hoop in wingtips.
I've done that. I've hooped in wingtips before too. When
On the way to the
the
office.
ball gets thrown up, I don't care what I got on. I can have on my church clothes. I'm
Sandals,
gonna
dude.
take the. I'm gonna
Y'all
get down on the
New Yorkers
t-shirt.
used to get cooked on basketball.
Just socks.
New Yorkers got cooked in a basketball court. Really?
Yes.
I mean, look, we still got some hoopers out here, bro.
Where?
Again, shout out to Ross Strickland. I just looked at a 90s compilation of 90s highlight finishes, and Ross Strickland was all over that mug. That boy.
You know what college did Ross Strickland go to?
DePaul
Where's that at?
in Chicago.
Okay, let's keep
Ross
going.
Strickland from the BX. He went to shit.
He went to DePaul in Chicago.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did.
I get it.
Hey, fam,
know,
you
this
remember
is
the
look, if you
mixtapes,
wanna talk
the
history-
baller mixtapes?
If you
What,
want to
and
talk
one?
history,
What you talking about,
a
and
lot
one?
of New York cats
You
left
remember the
New York.
and one mixtapes in the 90s?
Of course, everybody remember the and one mixtape. That
Man,
that
he's talking
came
about
up in the
skill. That's
90s.
I told you the 90s started this thing. Allen Iverson said, yo, I wouldn't be in the Hall
That
of
wasn't
Fame
the 90s.
if it
That
wasn't for
wasn't in the
Michael
90s.
Jordan.
And one wasn't in the 90s. It was in the 2000s, sir.
early
But good try.
2000s.
Yeah, good try.
It started in the 90s.
Started in the 90s. The
That was
roots
early
started in the
2000s.
90s.
It started in the
Lord
90s,
knows
bro.
I
Go
used to
ahead
hear
with
about
that.
Skip to Malou when he was in high school.
Yeah.
Skip to Malou, yep. You got Al Hot Sauce and all them guys, Professor. Hey, I
Those
used to watch
players
A1.
They used to come
I
all
played
apart.
basketball in the 90s,
They
but
taught
the
us
mixtape
not
started
to
in
reach
2000.
because you would get cooked by a guy like Skip
Exactly.
to Malou.
Man, but Skip to Malou was the only one out of all them guys that made it to the NBA.
It got
He literally
marketed
was the
in
only one out of
2000.
all the
It was in the
one
90s.
guy that made it to the NBA.
What's wrong with these
Skip to
people?
Malou. Or his real name was Rayford Austin.
Rayford,
In
yeah.
case anybody was
Yeah, we was doing that in the 90s.
Y'all all doing the God
Strip
Sham
club.
God. God Sham got another one,
They
Harlem.
was doing that in the 80s too.
Sam
And the
God,
70s.
Sam God,
And the
Sam God,
60s.
Sam God
Yeah,
was
I don't
nice
know what
though.
they be talking about. They think just because it wasn't on TV, it wasn't happening.
Nah, Sam God was
Rucker
nice
was
though.
lit. West 4th was
90s
lit.
all day,
Motherfucking King Dome.
I be lying, boy. Y'all just love
Hey, the
lying.
Drew League though. What about the Drew League? Y'all ever seen like them tapes on the Drew League?
First,
Man, hey, but them guys be balling at the Drew League though. They be going in. I'm like, okay, I can watch this. I think. But why? Hey, Johnny, why is y'all done with the 90s, man? I had been wanting to ask somebody that. Why is everybody done with the 90s? What did the 90s do to y'all?
The 90s
Jordan, you
logic.
know. Teach y'all how to finish a 3-on-2 fast break.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's
Teach
crazy.
y'all
I
to
ain't gonna
not
lie.
run
That's
out to the
crazy.
3-point
Wait,
line and fill a lane and actually get a layup.
if I showed you a 3-on-1 where Michael Jordan passed the ball outside to Steve Kerr for a 3-pointer, would you shut the fuck up about that ever again?
You're gonna show me one play out of
1,000.
So you did answer the question. So you did answer the question.
Because one play is not
You
going to
did
tell me.
answer the question.
That's an anomaly. One play is an
So you
anomaly.
think because I showed it,
Hey,
because I
hey,
showed it to
hey.
you once, because I showed it to you once, that means it only happened once?
One play is an
Johnny,
anomaly.
did Steve Kerr
Again.
Steve Kerr hit a 3-pointer to win the finals for the Knicks? I mean, for the Bulls when Jordan passed him the ball.
Bro, but Paxson did.
Huh?
Bro, but Paxson did.
Hold on. Did Steve Kerr hit a 3-pointer when Jordan passed him the ball in the '97 finals?
No, it was a
Paxson did. Paxson hit a 3-pointer.
No, see, he don't know basketball. Paxson was.
Stop asking stupid questions when Ro's talking about 3-on-1 basketball. Shut the fuck up. We're talking about 3-on-1 basketball. Ro, do you think the one clip I can show you of the Bulls having a 3-on-1 set and shooting a wide open 3-pointer to make a 3-pointer is the only time that happened in the 90s?
Cursing me.
Okay, so it happened 5 times. What we stopping at?
Of course I cussed you the fuck out because you out here talking bullshit, bruh. I don't give a fuck what one of you motherfuckers talk about. Y'all got to start talking what we talk about, not what you want to talk about, you fucking liar. I asked
You know what killed me though?
fucking
You know what killed me is I brought the 3-on-2. I wasn't even thinking about the Bulls. I was thinking about the whole league and how it was normal to actually get a layup off a 3-on-2.
And he ran straight to Jordan.
If the Bulls were the best team throughout the 90s, why is the Bulls the best team doing something you consider bad basketball?
What are they doing?
How many threes did Kerr actually hit every one of these seasons?
I'm asking you a simple question, sir.
Good question. Let him answer that.
You acting like you got a million plays.
No, wait, listen.
So the Bulls got nothing at the basket.
I'm acting like a 3-on-1 taking a wide open 3-pointer is smart basketball and not stupid basketball from King's Speech Road. How about that? That's smart basketball. I know
Johnny,
that.
I cook you on this all the time, bro.
No,
I
you
cook you
don't.
on this all the time.
Any of your questions. He never answered any of your questions. He's not.
And you know what?
I mean, you're talking about. First of all, you on a what about it?
I've been waiting to do this for a long time.
Shut up, bitch. Sit your ass down.
Again, I don't like doing this dugout shit, but I got to put you, Zesty Jeffries, in the motherfucking dugout. Again, you are the one who bring up every argument we have on GOAT James Kingdom, then get mad that you get cooked up on your own argument. No one sat here said anything about 3-on-1 basketball but you, King Speech Row. And when you got exposed by not knowing basketball, meaning that a 3-on-1 situation means you take advantage of the 3-on-1 and you don't just go for a fucking layup and let the defense play defense. No wonder why Akeem Olajuwon and them were getting 4 or 5 blocks per game. Your dumb ass is trying to go fucking get a layup versus them instead of taking a wide open jumper. You know why you weren't taking wide open jumpers? Because you motherfuckers couldn't shoot in the 90s. Stop coming up here with bullshit, Zesty Jeffrey logic. All it does is get exposed in GOAT James Kingdom. I keep telling y'all that. And then you wonder why I got to come out here with this dugout shit, man. Like, you guys are just pathetic. You can't talk the game. No one gives a fuck what you think. We want to know what you know. And it's fact that Jordan fans and Zesty Jeffries know nothing.
Do I give a fuck? No, not one. How many fucks do I give? 0. Exactly. So therefore your comment is irrelevant.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
How in the hell is Hakeem gonna be back on a 3-on-1, dumbass?
It's funny. We ran up the Knicks.
See that? Because you sound stupid. The center ain't down on a 3-on-1 fast break, dummy. Fuck is he talking to? You don't know basketball.
I thought he had the video for us.
I do have the video for you. But I'm
not
not
talking about a center is down on a 3-on-1.
Prove you wrong. Just for you to say that's only one play.
You never seen Kareem Abdul-Jabbar down on a 3-on-1 fast break. Going the other way. You don't know basketball.
And the crazy part is, the last time we had a chance to win a championship, we ran a perfect pick and roll.
I see Bam Adebayo running down on 3-on-1s. I see Draymond Green running down on 3-on-1s. I see Rudy Gobert run down on 3-on-1s. I see Anthony Davis run down on 3-on-1s. So obviously today's defenders are better than the old defenders since Hakeem Olajuwon can't come down on a 3-on-1.
And you see these skilled players not be able to score on these one guy because I don't care if one was 8 feet tall, 3 should score on one every single time.
What evidence you have that NBA teams do not score on a 3-on-1 scenario better today than 1900s basketball?
I watched Denver with a 4-on-1 to tie the game, kick the ball up to shoot an open 3, brick it, and lose the game.
Okay, when did you see that as an indicative that means they do that more in today's NBA than in the 1900s? What data do you have to prove
I
this?
literally just watched the Boston Celtics play an entire 6-game series. That's all the evidence I need. Watching them get cooked by my Knicks, they wasn't supposed to cook them. Shoot 63 goddamn threes in a game. That's what they go evidence right there.
And what does that have? What does that have to do with 3-on-1 basketball, sir?
They had a lot of opportunities with a man break where they was kicking the ball around the perimeter and did not score.
So you're telling me that the Boston Celtics lost because they got breaks that they didn't score on? Is that what you're saying?
Plenty. Them leaves evaporated like goddamn water in the Sahara.
Are you sure about that?
I literally just watched it, bro.
Yes,
if
we know he's lying.
I'm watching is playoff basketball.
He need to make his point right. We know he's lying.
Are you sure about
that? You mean to tell me Boston didn't sell out on any breaks in that whole series?
Sell out on any breaks?
To me, see again. The conversation started when I said, "What do y'all hate about the '90s? The fact that they showed y'all how to finish on a 3-on-2."
No,
and
they
y'all
don't.
went to you went to the Jordan whataboutism, right?
No, I didn't. I went to showing you that there was a 3-on-2 or a 3-on-1 where somebody did what you said is bad basketball in the 90s.
So you said Jordan occurred.
Lord knows I have because he was going to attack that lane like a motherfucker and dunk on somebody.
That's a lie because I have.
He didn't have that many opportunities in the 90s. Now,
Again, I said simple and plain. I can show you the Bulls having a 3-on-1 and passing it out.
So Jordan Jordan isn't even in the play.
Jordan is in the play.
Okay,
Jordan is the one who passed it out. Jordan is the one who passed it out.
The Jordan I remember on a 3-on-1 is going to back tie somebody.
That's your problem, bro. That's your problem.
Okay, but I'm waiting for the video. You might make me look like a fool.
What you're saying off of your memory, nigga, you don't remember what you ate for lunch 3 days ago. And I'm supposed to think that you remember every time Michael Jordan was in a 3-on-1 or a 3-on-2 position that he didn't pass the ball, that he always went to the hole. That's how we're going to determine that you are right because you said so.
Well, 2 days ago was Friday night, and we ate the Boston Celtics for lunch.
I mean, you barely seen 5% of Michael Jordan games. How are you going to say that? That logic.
5%? I'll probably say 10%. 10%.
I'm pretty sure it was 5 because you did not see nothing in the 80s, basically, and you barely seen the 90s. I'm pretty sure.
I saw enough Celtics. Okay, I mean,
it's hard to see 10% of Jordan games.
That 5% would mean I saw 50 games of Jordan. Jordan played in roughly 1,000 games. If you want to count the playoffs, 1,200. So that means I would have only saw 60 games. I think I saw more than 60 games, B-Lee. I just did the math in my head. Make that math work.
All right, let me ask you a question. If the Celtics lost because they were shooting too many threes and not being efficient with it, how come them and the Knicks had the same amount of percentage? They both shot 35% in the playoffs.
Oh, I made that point. I made that point the whole series. Whole series.
Okay, so
they have more volume, right?
He don't answer questions.
Again, they both shot 35% from the 3-point land. So that means
that's a point I agree on.
Okay, so how did them shooting 3-pointers was the reason why they lost when they hit more 3-pointers and shot them at the same rate?
Well, as I said, they didn't finish on enough of their breaks. They didn't finish on enough of their man advantages, and their leads evaporated every game except for one.
And where are you getting this information from? That's my question. I'm keep trying to figure out where.
I literally just saw the series, Johnny.
I saw the same series you saw. I didn't see that.
Double-digit leads, Johnny.
Not because they weren't finishing their breaks. No. That's why. Yes, I saw the series, but not because they weren't finishing their breaks. That's my point. Where are you getting that they're not finishing their breaks?
They was
Like,
missing.
where are you getting your
Throughout the
information
season,
from?
they completely broke down the Knicks and they won those games in blowouts, right? They broke down, and trust me, I understood this. And as I made my prediction of the series, I said the Knicks will rectify that with Mitchell Robinson. Now, they had a lot of opportunities where they had the man advantage and they took bad shots. We all can agree that Boston took a lot of bad shots in that series.
No, we can't. No,
Okay.
we can't. Why would we agree with you? You're making up shit. Because you make
Jason
this is
Tatum
what y'all
couple
do.
step backs.
So, this is what y'all do. This is exactly what y'all do. Y'all come around here and make up shit with each other, and the guy who makes up the most convincing lie seems to be the one that we all must agree with. That's a lie. You have no proof that any of this situation exists. Like nothing at all here. I'm looking at NBA.com to find anything that says that the transition points were muffed up. I don't see it here. I don't know where you're getting this information from.
Box plus minus.
Box plus minus has nothing to do with transition points.
That means you trash when you on the
Well,
court.
you all know transition points have to do with creating live ball turnovers, long kick out threes, guys that don't run back, and bad discipline and getting back, guarding your man. Again, Boston won they won 120 something games in a championship over the last 2 years playing the same way. We understand what make Boston good, right?
Yeah, they play solid defense.
Yeah, that's that too. And I've already maintained too that the Knicks were just as good defensively as Boston was.
Not this year.
And not this year, but it came out in the playoffs though, right? It showed up in the playoffs, right? Because I said Mitchell Robinson would be a key to what the Knicks do defensively. Last year, we were just about equal, and that's still missing Mitch, but having Isaiah Hartenstein to back Mitch up.
So you guys are better because of Mitchie?
Yes, Mitchie. The same guy that y'all would their coach. Mitchie no snitchy. Shout out to Cody Glock from NXClan TV. But guess what? Guess what? Yes. Yes, he's that important. He's that important. That's why y'all fouled him to put yourselves in a penalty and give Jalen Brunson game-winning free throws.
So a guy that's averaging 7 points per game, 7 points a game.
Yes, 7 points a game that made the coach foul him on purpose to get him out of the game. When the man got 5 straight offensive rebounds, see, that's great basketball, getting 5 straight offensive rebounds. I don't know if y'all know. Shout out to those Angel Reese haters. When she get all her offensive rebound, they get mad. Getting an offensive rebound is one of the best things you can do in basketball. It's like getting a steal.
To be your own shots.
Y'all are some weird fans. I'm ready to end today's show with this. I'm done. Once you Knicks fans are just, I can't deal with you, Zesty Jeffries. Y'all are wow dudes. Bro.
I'm still waiting on the video I want to see Jordan pass it out to Steve Kerr on a 3-on-1. I'm still waiting on that video.
Holy shit! You gonna make me go looking through my? Don't worry, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna go post it. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna go post it so that you can have access to seeing this shit. Because I have it here. I just have to go find it through all my.
Which one is it?
I just think I had it recently too. Let me see if I can find this shit. Let me see. I used it on a recent episode of Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. No, it wasn't that one. Damn, boy, I would have to go searching, bro. To go searching through my archives, see what I can find.
Hey, just post it when you get a chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post that shit because I know for a fact you Zesty Jeffries don't never watch these damn games.
Nope, that's why.
All y'all do is lie and lie and lie, man. Don't make no sense, bro. Anyway, but either way, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank all you gentlemen for popping up here, man. You guys are all great. Is Willie there?
Jordan, from 1991, Jordan in the finals. I watched every finals he played in, the close championship games against the Knicks, the Pacers, the Miami Heat, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Charlotte Hornets, New Jersey Nets. I watched all that. Orlando. I watched all that, bro. I don't know what you talking about. It's hard
I
for me.
remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Sit your ass down.
But I remember
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. You fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit.
Damn.
At the end of the day, we don't give a fuck about none of you goddamn.
Hey,
Zesty
Johnny,
Jeffries.
why you playing on them 90s references? We ain't got no 2000 movies you could play clips from?
Hey,
What does
Charlie,
that
you
have-
wrong. Willie waited 10 minutes to say that.
Yes, he
You ready-
did. He was sitting there. Just say that.
The 1900s, that's when New Jack City was made, right?
Shut up, bitch.
Starring Al Capone.
Sit your ass down. Sit your punk ass
The
down.
New Jack City sequel, Nino meets Al Capone, because it was all in the 1900s.
He unmuting every time you mute him. He unmuting.
Well, first of all, you have the presumption that people care what you say. They don't.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah, I got a perfect 2000s reference for you. This is what happens when you Zesty Jeffries show up here in GOAT James Kingdom and try to challenge us, and all you do is just get exposed.
What's your prediction?
Vicious win.
Vicious win.
You got any 2000s movies where you could play the
Love you
movie
too.
reference from? Because I would love to get cooked.
You got to cook with that one. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end tonight's program because these Zesty Jeffries do not know how to stop talking. They come around here saying silly shit like this all the
Do I
time.
think Wizards Jordan is making out the first round? Yes. With Luka, yes. I think if you put Luka Doncic on that Wizards team Jordan was on, yes, I think they make it out the first round.
Oh my god.
They might get to the finals.
I mean, I don't know that. You don't know. Y'all don't know.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
You got knocked the fuck out, bitch. Yeah.
We done with the 90s. Jordan big trash. We calling him Jordan Cougar now. He ain't got no left hand. Garbage. What's happening?
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy BB and A Johnny talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern Time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.
LeBron is 34 years old. He will never be as good as Michael Jordan was at 40. LeBron James at 40 will not be in an NBA game 6 years from now, and we're all going, wow, LeBron against Milwaukee. He's easily the best player on the floor. I don't buy stats. LeBron will be a tidal wave of stats over Michael Jordan. But I'll tell you one thing LeBron will never be: as good as Jordan at 40. No way.
Colin Coward is a clown.
Cupcake, you talking that goofy shit. You talking Bron, nigga. 66,000 minutes, nigga. Respect, Lord. Nigga 38 doing it. Fuck is you talking about?
Those guys aren't greater than Bron.
Niggas cupcakes when they come to Bron. I'm talking about cupcakes.
I'm saying top 5 today.
Nigga, I'm talking about today.
We're not talking about body of work.
Fuck is you talking about then? Cupcake? Fuck you talking about? Motherfucking B had 15 points in a game 7.
Al Horford.
Wanna hear that shit? Get the fuck out of here. Bron, nigga. I ain't putting none of them niggas in front of Bron. Nah, I'm calling it a spade a spade. This is straight spades. Spade. Fuck is you talking about?
That's why LeBron's trash. Trash. LeBron Ramon James Sr., born December 30th, 1984 at approximately 4:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the greatest human being blessed among us mere mortals? 4 rings,
4 MVPs, the league scoring record, and he got more records than MJ and Kobe combined. Loving husband and devoted father of 3. Don't you ever disrespect my basketball daddy, you understand me? You know what? Log off, uninstall the game, and tell your mama to ground you, because your mouth is reckless. Go disrespect LeBron James. Oh, I cannot believe you. I hope you break your ankles next pickup game, little nigga. Lakers in 5. Baby! You disrespect LeBron again!
No, baby.